Sounds on the beat. Sounds on the beat.
I just hopped up out the train, about to do another show. Cashing my checks in, then I do the woo. Either I'm fast or the city really slow, cause I'm passing them like, bro, let's go. Oh, they mad, huh? Oh, they mad, huh? The gag is I'm a shade anyway. But the gag is I'm a show out all day. And the gag is they gon' tune in anyway. These bitches could never. Let's go. That is not what my Twitter sounds like. Just so you know, that is not what my Twitter sounds like. Okay, what's up, Black Twitter? I know you are over here because you know you're going to get to call me today, and I hope you call in and talk your shit. Let's make this an epic show. Let me first start by saying that I typically don't show up dressed like the Fonz from Happy Days, but today I had meetings, and I did not have time to go home and change, and this is what you got. I'm not even taking off my glasses because at this point, it's so much shade being thrown around, and it's just a dark and gloomy day. Today, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, there's so much happening that I have not even had a proper night's sleep because I was called all throughout the night. All throughout the night. Everybody was calling me. And honestly, you know, in this work that we do, those of us that are really in it, that meet these people, be around these people, party with these people, talk to these people, see these people's vulnerability, get to know them, see them at their high moments when they're promoting something and they're excited, and then learn their history. And you know, it just it becomes a lot when you lose them, you know. And so we're gonna get into talking about a lot of things today. We're gonna start on a high note. We're gonna try to end on a high note, but today is gonna be a heavy show. Before we even get started, I forgot about this too. We broke the story in the United States about DeVito losing his son to a drowning at home. I believe he wasn't there. It was his only son. And a lot of people in the States, in the business of music, have a lot of respect for him. And I can't imagine how hard it is to lose a small child, your only son. The poor kid drowned. Devastating. And, you know, contrary to popular belief, we don't like writing these stories. These are not the stories that we wake up to write. These are not the stories that we love to find out about. When we find out about them, we have a job to do because we built a platform to do just that. But we try to send our heartfelt condolences. I have sent more people physical flowers this week than I ever have because there's so many people going through things. So shout out to DeVito and his entire family. Let's get into the show. Look, this is Gagging with Jason Lee. We do have an exciting show, lots of things we got to talk about. And there's going to be some gags, of course. But I'm going to give you a chance to come and talk to me later. So make sure that you put this phone number up right now in your phone, 1402-GAGGING. This is also the link if you want to come with me live. These are the ways you get to talk and interact with me here on the show. Put the link up. Where's the link? Who's handling the link? I can't give them a link if we don't have a link. There it is. Okay, so this is your method of communication. This link right here and this number right here. Make sure you put in your phone 1402-GAG and you'll have a chance to come and talk to me later. All right, done with it. All right, so look, let's just get into it. First of all, I'm consistently and unequivocally, those are words that you can look up at your own free time, blowing up the internet with just my natural life. Do you understand how hard I've worked to be able to be the culture disrupting machine that you know as Hollywood Unlocked? I worked really, really hard. Well, this weekend, I actually worked, but I actually had fun. I never, ever, 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 ever go to movie premieres, but I went to a movie premiere this past weekend to go see Black Panther. Why? Because I wanted to go there to see if Marvel did a good job recapping, what's left of the energy that was birthed from the first Black Panther. You know, Marvel has a cult following of people that follow these comic books, and with T'Challa, played by Chadwick Boseman, passing, I didn't know how they were going to do it. And I thought this is just a money grab because, you know, the first one made billions of dollars or hundreds of millions. I don't even know how many millions of dollars. It was written by and directed by a Black man, Ryan Coogler, who, by the way, I saw on the red carpet and didn't even know who he was. Him and his wife are so beautiful, and that nigga's fine as hell. But I could tell Ryan Coogler, it's Coogler, right? Coogler, yeah. Coogler. Uh-huh. Ryan Coogler is a nigga. That listening to him do interviews is like, it's like listening to your cousin talk about something that they're like. I ain't gonna lie, I was proud to see him. I didn't talk to him, but I did see him several times that night. They were the best dressed couple on the red carpet. They had that white silk looking like the glaze on a donut. Anyway, they were beautiful. So I went to the Black Panther premiere, and I hung out a lot on the red carpet just to see who was there because it was a huge red carpet. And I went around asking everybody, have you seen Rihanna? Have you seen Rihanna? Have you seen Rihanna? Have you seen Rihanna? And nobody would tell me if she was coming. I was texting Rihanna. She wasn't telling me if she was coming. And so I just said, Rihanna ain't coming. She, you know, we knew that day she had posted the song, Lift Me Up. So I thought there's going to be lifting her up on the red carpet when she got there because she's Rihanna. And everybody was asking about Rihanna on the red carpet, and she wasn't responding. So I didn't think she was coming. Well, she did come. And so we're in the theater trying to find each other. I found her, and I ended up riding with her and A$AP Rocky and her friends over to the after party where the whole cast got together. This is a photo from the party that I posted. Now, before we switch out, because I have to tell you, I like looking at this photo because I love her so much. But I want to say something else so that way you at home understand something. I love Rocky. I would say equally as much. Not just because he's fine as hell and fashionable as hell, but he shows me so much love. And I said this on many other shows. Those of you that have been following the Jason Lee and Hollywood Unlocked brand for a while, he always shows me love. And in the hip hop world, when a straight man, a man who is very confident in himself, can stand next to a gay man and show him so much love, I have nothing but respect for him. And I'm not going to get into the details because I told Reed I'm not talking about our private time, because I feel like when you talk about relationships, you sabotage them, or you open up the door for people to play in them. And I'm not opening up the door for y'all to play in my relationship. Put the picture up again. With the two sexiest people in the fucking world. Now, you know the baby cute. Babies be ugly, but you know this baby cute. Okay? Well, I'm not going to get into the details, but what I will say is we had about an hour and a half conversation in their car about life and this and that. And I just love how they're both so well connected. But the one thing I said, Rocky, you know you lucky to have my girl, right? And she let me have it, defending her man, and he understood what I was saying, because she's the woman that every man wanted, and he got her. And the way they interact, I mean, the love is so, you can feel it. And I'm just so grateful to them to let me be around. I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I'm a fan. Y'all be like, oh, Jason be fanning. Yes, I was fanning. Yes. And she had a bottle of perfume sitting in front of her, and I was going to steal it, but I had too much to drink. And I'm going to tell you how I had too much to drink, because I went to the after party and didn't even know I met Angela Bassett. But this video popped up online, and of course, you guys edited me in a way to make it look like they were trying to run for me. Take a look. All right, come over. can we play that again because it's so cute? Play one more time. Come on. Because you don't get to see us together, you don't understand. We literally laugh from the beginning to whenever I left, because I don't even remember leaving. I just think probably sometime after that photo, I just walked out with my security. But I just want to say, man, Rocky, I love you so much, brother, and Ree and Jen and Melissa. Y'all, we had such a good time. Thank you for allowing me in your space. It takes a certain level of trust, and I've earned it, and I'm still earning it, and will forever earn it. If that girl told me don't ever call me again, my heart would be broken, and I would literally lay in front of this camera and die. But I would never speak on these moments because she just fills me up in such a way, and he does too. So shout out to them. Okay, then after that, huh? Oh yeah. Alexa just reminded me, that ain't the first time y'all try to play me. Remember the picture I took with Beyonce on the red carpet? Yes, I was twice the size that I am now, whatever. You know, stand next to the queen. This was the video that I posted on the internet that y'all edited. Remember this video right here? Now, I understand that y'all get tired of me standing next to the people that y'all wish y'all could meet, but I just want you to know that when I'm in those rooms, I'm in those rooms for you. But please stop taking my videos and editing them. I didn't even do that video with Rihanna, but either way, it's like, come on now. You're actually making the people that I'm in these photos with seem like shady people, and it's actually insulting to them. Because even if somebody did run away from me, baby, I was up in there. All right, cool. Enough with that. All right. Now, I was sitting at home, minding my business. I get a phone call from my friend Dion Taylor, and Dion said to me, do you want to go to a movie and meet Will Smith? Duh, of course, he's only one of the best living, breathing icons of film, black icons. Some of you have disowned Will Smith. I'm not going to disown him because he slapped Chris Rock. Now, I don't want to see black men slap another black man, but if you look at Chris Rock, while we love him, he does a lot of pandering to white people and does a lot of jokes that make black people look bad. And so because he got the shit slapped out of him and made white people love him anymore, y'all done jumped on the bandwagon to bury Will. Not me. I'm not burying the Fresh Prince. I'm not burying the man who died in the bathtub with the jellyfish on 7 pounds. I'm not canceling In Pursuit of Happiness or The Pursuit of Happiness, Concussion, Concession, Creation, whatever, all the movies. I celebrate Independence Day with aliens because of this man. I'm not going to let you do it. And now I'm going to free all y'all niggas from the hate because I went to go watch this new movie, Emancipation. And I didn't go in there and talk to Will Smith directly. And I'll tell you why. Because Will Smith, they never came on my show and talked to me directly. And the other thing, as much as I love him, when they said Will Smith needs you, I said, we've needed him. We need black celebrities to stop hating on black media and stop being afraid to come and support us and only show up when you need somebody. Because this extreme validation you need from white people, when it dissipates, who's there trying to help you pick up the pieces? Niggas. I'm not going to be that one for you. Okay? But nonetheless, I'm going to meet with Will and we're going to talk about a relationship and we're going to talk about the Jason Lee show. And I hope that he comes on it and I hope we can have a conversation for the culture because I believe in him and I don't believe he should be canceled. But nonetheless, I took a picture with Big Willie. Take a look. This is me and they say I'm wearing too much Balenciaga, child, so I just put on Dior, whatever. I look cute. And Will is Will Smith. You know, I be forgetting the stuff I say on this show. On this show, I said I wanted to have sex with Will Smith. I have forgot when I met him that I had said it. And somebody in the room said, didn't you talk about Will on your show? I was like, I don't talk about Will on my show. Why would I? They reminded me that I said I want to have sex with Will Smith. Let me just do a disclaimer. I don't want to have sex with Will Smith anymore. That was the past. Now, I want to be emancipated. I want to be emancipated. But if it don't work out with Jada, Will, we can rebrand. Anyway. So I had the moment with Will. After we had the conversation, I took the picture. But it was the moment that was happening in private that nobody thought to record besides one person, who I'm not going to say his name. And he sent it to TMZ, which he should have sent it to me. But this moment between Will Smith and Floyd Mayweather that I hijacked took place, and I want to show you, and we'll talk about it. Take a look.
And I want to say something also about Floyd. So, you know, we met each other, we seen each other around, but we weren't, you know, we weren't like friends. And the day after the Oscars, for 10 days, he called me every day. Wow. And he was like, hey, you know you the champ, right? You good? You know you the champ, right? I want you to hear my voice say it. I was like, every day he called me, and it's like, that's my dude forever right there.
Let me tell you how he rubbed it in my face today. I thought I was doing something good by inviting him here. He's like, well, that's my guy. We talk every day. I'm
That was Deion Taylor up there. Shout out to TMZ Sports for the video. Again, I did make the moment about me because I called Floyd thinking I was going to invite him, doing something good for him. And he like, that's my guy. We homies. You know, he really minimized my efforts. But either way, it was good to see Will. I will say that the film is really emotional, and Will was so good in it that he was emotional explaining it. But it was good to see Deion Taylor, who is a filmmaker, somebody that I'm working with, bring together some dynamic people. We had Megan Good in there. Brisha Webb was there. The guy who started his name is Chris Smalls. He started the Amazon Union, was there. Big Baby was there. One of the guys from the Ghetto Boys was there. Van Jones was there. It was just a good group of people in the room. Oh, Jay Shetty was there. My guy who plays the Fresh Prince, Jabari, was there. I mean, it was Jabari Banks. It was a good group of people. It was a really small, intimate group of people. And anyway, we had a good time. Go check it out. And shout out to Apple for standing behind Will. Will is, I believe, a banned from the Oscars for 10 years. So he may not get an Oscar for his performance, but nonetheless, he does that for us. And this film is important. It's not just another slave movie. It's a movie that really shows the strength of the people that were enslaved. And I'm not going to ruin it, but you got to go check it out. I don't even like going to movies, but I did enjoy the whole entire movie. And then Halloween happened and everybody was inviting me to all their parties. I don't want to be out in all the parties. I'm not even that mixy of a person. I run with the same small group of people, security, and that's it. But anyway, I did go to Megan Thee Stallion's Halloween party because I've been talking to Meg over the last several months and building a relationship with her. And I've always said she's a nice girl. Y'all drugged me on Twitter when I posted the photo because you said you were so mean to her. We've been made up months ago, and she's coming on the Jason Lee show. But here's the photo of me and Megan at her party. I dressed like myself. Here's another picture. And here's another picture. Is that the only picture? Well, that's the only picture of us. Don't wear all white out to a party, an all white Gucci outfit when people are going to have on brown makeup. Shit is fucked up. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to wear that again, but nonetheless, it would be worth it. And I have to tell you, Megan, you're a great host because you went to all the sections in your area, including mine. You twerked on my friends. You played with my friends. You had a great time. You were a great host, and you had stars in there that I didn't even know because I had too much Tito's that I didn't even know there were other people there. Well, I did know that Janelle Monáe was there because she came in there dressed like this.
This bitch came. She said, bitch, I am Halloween. She ate. We all need to go home.
Janelle, you're so annoying because you did that. You fucking came in there with that big ass blue rubber outfit on, but I could look across the room and tell it was Janelle Monáe because of her face, right? And she's singing the whole time that one tune. I think we said hi to each other and she left, but anyway, Janelle killed it. I didn't know my girl Lotto was in the building. She was dressed as the Candyman. Take a look. And she's there twerking. These are the twerk monsters. Both of them got some big old booties. By the way, Meg twerked so much, I know her back went out. Now, Halle Bailey was also there dressed as the Avatar. She was blue. I don't know. Look, I don't know the blue thing. It's a lot of makeup. Didn't see her. And then Coi Leray popped out as an alien superstar. This was Coi Leray. Now, I did see Coi, and there may be videos of her online twerking with Megan. Now, both have different booties, but either way, they were twerkalicious. Shout out to Koi. Shout out to Megan. Megan, thank you for being such a great host. And happy Halloween. I'm not a Halloween person. I don't support the pagan holiday, but now I've been guilted into dressing up next season, and I don't know what I'm going to go as. So maybe when you come up here, you can tell me to go as. All right, well, look, it's time to get into the show. Before we do that, let me put up the disclaimer because you're going to learn about some lawsuits that I'm planning to file around this bitch. All right, this says that there's going to be explicit language that you may want to be prepared for. Also, we're going to be talking about some real tragic things on this show. So if you have kids, this is definitely not the show for them to be here. There will be some triggers, I'm sure. Also, that I have the right to fair use, and I will be using things fairly, and that the views expressed on this video do not represent me or my channel. Y'all, let's get into it. It's the Tea with Jay Saleh. Is it the outfit, the skin, or the hair? I don't know what it is, but I think all of it together, I look like a snack. I look like a snack. All right. Yo, I got my HIV results this week. I ain't gonna lie. This is not in the show, but baby, this body has been through some shit over the years. I did my blood work, my anal swab, my throat swab, a urine test, and everything came out. It wasn't nothing but King Jesus. Because when I went to go see the doctor, bitch, I rolled up in there and he had an assistant in the room. I was like, your assistant got to get the fuck out because I need to share some shit with you in private. The assistant left. And I looked at that doctor and he looked at me and he said, is something on your mind? I said, hell yeah, something on my mind. He said, talk about it. And I talked him through what my concerns were because I have been, I'll be honest, I have been reckless. I know y'all don't hear about everybody I'm fucking, but I've been reckless. I have slung this thing. This thing can't be slung no more. It has been slung to death. I have slung it every which direction. You know, got the new body, got the money, start fucking everything. And sometimes you drink too much Tito's and you don't wrap it up. Just being honest. But the fear of what I put myself in led me to the doctor to be freed. And when I got them results, I said, I now want to become an advocate for people knowing their statuses and being responsible and loving themselves. And I promised God I was going to be better, and I have been better. I have not slept with anybody. And I'm going to therapy. And I even got on PrEP. Now, the craziest part is I'm going to tell you what made me go get all the tests. Because every time I turn around, there's a fucking HIV commercial on TV. I'm so sick and tired. Every time I turn around, it's, if you have HIV, you can get this. If you have. And so I started saying, like, is the Lord saying something to me? Because it's loud as hell. Then I'm driving down the street, big ass billboard. Did you get tested? Do you have an STD? I'm like, damn. That bump went down. No, I didn't have no bumps. I'm like, damn, let me go get tested. So at this point, I've heard the HIV stuff so much around me. I'm like, yo, I flew one of my friends in town. I said, nigga, Calvin, get on a plane and come to LA. I don't know. The Lord is Truvada's on TV every 5 minutes. Anyway, Calvin flew in town. My friends did an intervention. I literally thought I was dying. Went to the doctor and I really feel like I have reset my wholeness. I feel like I've reset my wholeness. I know that girl said that wholeness can't be deleted. I ain't that stupid. That's like thinking that the tuna fish was a chicken of the sea. I ain't with that dumb shit. I'm smart. But I thought I was smart enough to know better. And knowing better is knowing your status, getting tested, and preparing yourself to be safe. Yes, you're going to wear condoms, but if you're going to slip up and decide not to, be on PrEP. I was afraid to be on PrEP because I've heard a lot of things. I did a lot of research. I talked to a lot of friends, and I know this is not a part of the show, but I'm gonna use my platform to be responsible. I'm gonna use my platform to educate people. And more importantly, the idea that I could have been reckless and hurt other people and hurt myself made me really emotional, because there are people that go through what I've gone through and don't get tested and don't go and get the same results that I got when they get tested. And if you read my book, you know my mentor Edwin died at 45 years old. I'm 45 when he died of AIDS. And I was really scared that at 45 I would die of something, because we all are going to get bad news one day. And that really was a scary, scary moment. It is not a license to go and be reckless. I've not been as reckless as I was before that. And I just want to take some time in my show, using my platform, to say, whether you're gay or straight, know your status. Do not be afraid of the results. And if you can prevent it with PrEP and condoms, do it. And if you catch something, you can manage it through managed care and you'll be okay. Because you don't die from HIV the way you would have back in my era of 80s and 90s where people died. You know, there's avenues, but it wasn't in my show to say this tonight, but the Lord just came over me because I went through it, baby. I went through it emotionally. I was a mess. I was really scared because, again, I had been reckless. And I blame all you niggas coming to my section with the Tito's and the Casamigos and then wanting to sip on my bottles. And then before you know it, you sipping on my bottle. Now here we are. But thank you to my doctors. Thank you to my God, baby. People won't come on here and tell you that they were scared. People won't come on here and use their platforms to tell you that they had to go to a doctor office and wait 4 or 5 days in fear. People are not going to come here and say that they out here fucking raw or that they have fuck raw. They're not going to do it. But I'm man enough to say it because I'm not perfect. But what I will tell you is perfect, bitch, that STD results. And I dare any one of you bitches who want to read me for saying what I'm going to say to put your motherfucking paperwork right there on the camera. Because, bitch, I got my shit in text message. I'm texting to all the niggas like, bitch, it's negative. It's negative. I had an STD party. A non-STD party. We went to the club, bitch, and bought bottles, and we was cracking bottles for not having HIV. Judge me if you want. Bitch, it's a party that I've been waiting for. I sure the fuck did invite all my friends. Come on and drink, bitch. What we celebrating tonight? I ain't got herpes, nigga. No hepatitis over here. I ain't got shit. I ain't gonna lie, though, that anal swab was very personal because I ain't never stuck nothing on my ass like that. You literally get this long-ass Q-tip. They don't even gel it up, and you stick it up your ass like a COVID test. I gave my asshole a COVID test, bitch. But either way, whatever that test was, it was negative. I ain't got it, so thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. I feel really uncomfortable sitting this close to my employees talking about my asshole. But look, it's the fucking show. Just look at the wall. Like, thank you. This next segment is sponsored by Truvada. It's the tea with Jason Lee, right? We already did that. Okay, cool. All right. Diddy won Halloween, hands down. Now, I went to Diddy's Halloween party this weekend. I did go after Megan's party because it was literally right around the corner. By that point, I had had enough liquor in me, and I had, my Sprinter. We went over to his Halloween party at a private location. And when I got there, they were like, go to the back, because the front was just a madhouse. So I went to the back. The back was a madhouse. But of course, I put up in my Sprinter and they saw who the fuck it was. They parted the seas like Jesus. They parted the seas like my ass when I did that anal swab. Okay, so I got out. I walked in with all my guests to my security. And let me first tell you who was in that motherfucker. Shout out to Chris Brown was in there. Trey Songz was in there. I ran into Offset, gave him a hug. He was by himself. I saw Lorianne Gibson was in there. I didn't see everybody because at that point I was lit and I was just kind of trying to move through and be careful. And shout out to Trey Songz. I never like talking to Trey in public because I don't know what Trey I'm going to get. And we talked a lot about Trey here on this show. I've talked about Trey's brother's penis. I've talked about Trey's penis. I've talked about the rape allegations. I've talked about good things, bad things, him as a dad, him as a Mandingo. I talked about Trey all the time. But Trey walked up to me and gave me the nicest hug, like he needed a hug. And I like Trey. I'm a fan of Trey. And, You know, I know he's been through a lot, and we haven't heard much about him on the internet. But Trey showed me a lot of love. We had a really quick conversation. It was really good to see him. I didn't speak to anybody else but him and Lorianne Gibson, though, because I'm just over being mixy these days. I don't even want to talk to nobody no more. If I like you, I like you. I'll talk to you. You want to talk to me, cool. But I'm cool on being mixy because being mixy is not a good thing. But Diddy had the mix popping. He dressed as the Joker. Now, let me show you a video of him dressed as the Joker, just so you can get into what we got into. Take a look.
So tonight, it's going to be a special night. Everybody's so serious, but we're about to go to Club Love. Club Love! If you can't dance or you can't pop, you gotta stay at home. You know the Joker don't play that, baby. Welcome to Club Love. Hard.
Diddy stayed in character the entire night. You know how you see somebody in a costume and you go up to them and they're like, hey, how are you? Not Diddy. I didn't see Diddy that night. I saw the Joker. And when I saw the Joker, this is what when I was literally standing in front of him with my phone, this is what he did. Take a look. Who knew that the Joker drank De Leon? I didn't know that the Joker drank De Leon. Well, listen, the Joker was drinking De Leon, and he stayed in character the whole night. Diddy can be an actor. At this point, he played the fuck out of that costume. And he wasn't just dressed up. He actually played the part. And we can see that he played the part when he code switched and went bipolar in an incident with this actor, Michael J. Ferguson, who plays 2-Bit on Power Book 2 Ghost, which is the show that 50 Cent is a part of, which, you know, 50 Cent and Diddy don't get along. Now, I don't know what started the argument because I wasn't there. We got the video sent to us and we put it up, and then everybody else put it up. Diddy was dressed like the Joker, ran into him, and he went from Gotham City to New Jack City just like that. Take a look.
He's pussy. He's pussy. Pussy. Yeah. You, nigga. Yeah, him. Just cause I said so. Yeah. Don't touch me.
You're a clown! What's up, baby? What's up, baby? What's up? What's up? You don't like me? Then motherfucking get to it, nigga. If you don't like me, you motherfucking front, get to it, bitch. Don't fucking play with me on Halloween. I'm out here with love, nigga. You wanna have love? It's what up then, nigga. What's up? Fucking come over here and I'll bust your shit.
Nah, hey, keep it pimpin'.
Fucking pussy, make sure you don't never talk to me like that, nigga. I'm love, nigga.
Man. Keep it mackin', man. Don't even let him get you out there, man. Keep that shit mackin'.
What's up? You
Think about that.
Man, you got a problem?
Keep that shit mackin', man.
You really taking over my energy
He wanna
right
hurt you.
now? So what did I do to you?
For this crowd. Don't do it for
What
this
did I
crowd.
do to you?
Don't
You know
do
who
it
I
for this
am?
crowd.
Do you know who I am?
Bro, for what?
Bro, you know who I am.
It's all love.
It's all love, bro. It's all love, bro. Yo, bro. It's all love. It's Puff. Come here, give me a hug, though. You lucky, though, nigga. You lucky. No, I'm really about that. But I love you. And we're together. We're stronger together. You lucky, nigga. Hold on. Come to the after party and change your vibration. Yeah, change your vibration. Change your vibration. When you see your brother, you love.
Diddy, you scared me. I don't know. If you just take the makeup away, nigga, you're crazy. And I don't know. It be Gemini's. That's the Gemini, if I've ever seen one, right there. Well, anyway, Diddy commented about the altercation. I don't even know if both guys even knew who each other was. And where they were standing was Hollywood Boulevard. And there's all types of craziness that happened there. People getting stabbed, shot, robbed, just homelessness. It's a lot that's unsafe on that corner. I don't even like being outside like that because, you know, anything could go down. So they probably didn't even know each other. And then all the cameras and the guy who was the actor probably thought the cameras were there for him. But either way, it was just entirely too much happening. Diddy posted about the incident. Take a look. He said on his Instagram, love, love, love. Had a fun night. It's all love. Hug like Black kings should do when it comes to some bullshit. Diddy, you was out there dropping fake grenades. You had machine guns, security that were probably armed, and you went from the Joker to New Jack like that, and then went back to the. By the time I got there, he had sipped on some De Leon. He was running around the party, hosting it on that microphone all night. I didn't like how small the party was. Diddy's parties are typically really spacious and opulent. This was very much the dark dungeon with a lot of people in there, and it was hot. They had no AC. I went to the bathroom. The bathroom was cool, but after I went to the bathroom, I got up out of there. And I went home, and I just refused to go anywhere else. Halloween was canceled for me. I did not go to Trey Songz party the other night, and I absolutely didn't go to Drea and Michelle's party. There was no way they were going to get me in that thing. God bless everybody who made it safe. 14 people got shot in a drive-by in Chicago. There's stuff happening all over. People shot. It's too much. This show's a lot. But anyway, shout out to Diddy, De Leon, the Joker. Bye. Happy Halloween. All right. Well, this is really sad. I don't even want to talk about this, but of course, this is what people have been talking about all day long. And I want to say I had meetings all day today. That's why I've been dressed up. And I did not look at the Hollywood Unlocked social media. I posted on Twitter, and then hours and hours went by when I was just out and about at meetings all day. And I didn't see that somebody on my team had posted a video that TMZ posted of the moment that Quavo and some guys get into an altercation, then you can hear gunshots. I didn't see that was posted. I did see all your comments. When I saw your comments, I immediately had my team take it down. So shout out to Keisha for taking that down. And, I posted on my Twitter that I wasn't going to post videos and photos that a lot of you were sending. I'm going to get into that in a minute because, I share some sentiments that were expressed on social media today. Takeoff. One of the nicest, and I'm not saying this because he's dead. I'm saying this because every single time I've met Takeoff in LA, in New York, in Atlanta, or in Chicago, Takeoff has always been nice. Quiet. He stays out the way. There's always like 30 people, but Takeoff is somewhere in there, but he's not the one up making sure everybody sees him. He's just not that guy. He's just never been that guy. Well, early this morning, I was asleep and I got a phone call from some people in Houston that said they were at an event where Takeoff had been shot and killed. And when they told me he was shot and killed, they said that him and Quavo were shot and killed. Now, I knew that Offset was in New York with Cardi because I had talked to Cardi and I knew that they had done family stuff together. Remember, I told you I saw him at Diddy's party, and then I guess he went home to be with her. They did stuff with the kids. He's very family oriented, and they do stuff with their children. So I knew that Offset had gone to New York, but I didn't know where Quavo is because I haven't talked to Quavo in a while, and then I don't have Takeoff's number. I only have Quavo and Offset's number, so I don't text with Quavo often. But I got a phone call that Takeoff had been killed. And that Quavo was shot. Now it's like 2 a.m. I'm like, I'm not reporting on Takeoff getting killed because there's just no way. My mind could not wrap my head could not wrap my mind around the idea that Takeoff would be killed. Now I'm gonna say this: Takeoff was the quiet one. Quavo is the one that's always kind of been out front. And Offset is the one that always looked like he ready to kick your ass. That's the way I sum up the Migos. All of them are sweet guys, though. Offset has a little bit more edge to him, to me, that I know. But, they're all nice guys. And the Migos are my favorite rap group of this generation. And so when I heard it, of course, I immediately woke up. I sat up in my bed and I started making phone calls and calling different people who I knew were there at the party. I could see their Instagram stories and people had texted me that. So I kind of knew that. I then woke up my staff and I said, hey, I know it's 5 a.m. on the East Coast and we have somebody in London. We need to get on this because they're saying that Takeoff was murdered. Now, mind you, I started getting photos and videos in real time from people who were literally standing right there. And I have a reaction to that I'm going to share with you. And the reason why I share that with you and the reason why I tweeted about that today is because I was physically and emotionally disgusted at the idea that this man had just died in public and that people were filming it and taking photos of it and fucking sending it. So there's that. We will never, I'm telling y'all right now, my staff who are in the social chat see everything that's happening in the world. They don't need to see P&B Rock dying, literally dying, his life leaving his body. We saw that. That fucked me up. We don't need to see XXX's dead body laying in his car, shot in a robbery. We don't need to see that. Report on it. If you know, we do have to confirm stuff, but we don't want to see that because that then lives in us. Let me show you a photo of my favorite group, favorite rap group of this generation, the Migos. Takeoff on the left, Quavo in the middle, Offset on the right. What they've done for hip hop in this generation in creating the sound that a lot of people have copied, but more importantly, as family members to come together and build this dynamic movement. The only group to bring Cardi B and Nicki Minaj together. It will never happen again. 3 men who were a part of the QC family that was like a family. And this is where, like, I have so much respect for P. I did reach out to P today. Of course, he didn't respond. I called Simone at QC because, you know, I know that they're probably dealing with this. P built a family over there. And as you know, the family kind of broke up when the Migos left. There was the rumor beef between Offset and Lil Baby. But either way, everything has been managed to be very quiet. I'm sure because of P and the people around all these groups of people, because we want them all to win. We want them all to succeed. All of us are exhausted with hearing about young rappers dying. This man died at 28 years old in a bowling alley like my brother Rodney did. And that was the connection that I had when I went to Twitter this morning in the midst of all this chaos, trying to tweet out my thoughts, which I'll get to in a minute. Now, this all went down at a bowling alley in Houston, and apparently they were playing dice, and the things went left. Let me show you a photo of Takeoff. This is the last photograph of him that he posted on his social media, and then this is a photo that was sent to us from inside the dice game. You can see Quavo, Takeoff, and a lot of other guys are in there, okay? Now, let me tell you this, and I love my people. I love Black people. I love Black people more than any people in the world because they're my people. But I have to tell you, you ain't never going to catch me in a room like that with that kind of vibe. The dice game, niggas got guns, liquor, weed, not enough security, nobody that will call the police, because I'm calling the fucking police. There was a party in my neighborhood last night, bitch. We was on 9-1 motherfucking 1. And guess what? Somebody got shot in the neighborhood. Where I live, up in the hills close to God, don't nobody get shot up there unless they kill themselves or their wife or something. I don't know. But the fact that there was a shooting in my neighborhood, let me show you show the picture again one more time of the thing. Quavo is a recognizable superstar. White people know Quavo. White people know Takeoff. But they were in a space where they felt safe because we should be able to feel safe around our people. That wasn't possible. This young man died. I'm not even going to tell you what I saw because it was devastating. And it brought back a lot of memories of things that I've saw in my past. And it was really sad to see. And I can't even tell you the people I've talked to. I've talked to so many celebrities, media people, brands, people from other countries who just don't understand it. Now, we've seen the video that was posted and I took down on Hollywood Unlocked where there appeared to be an altercation between Quavo and some other guy. And then Takeoff, then the shots happened and then Takeoff ended up dead. And he was shot in the head or neck area from what they're saying and died there at the scene. There was a video circulating that showed Quavo staying with him in his last minutes and really emotional. And I've only seen Quavo with a smile. The one thing about Quavo is him and Offset and Takeoff, when I've seen them in most times, which have been happy times, they always have laughter and smiles and good energy and all the diamonds and the, you know, they're like they're the young rap niggas that I knew from back in the day. Not them, but, you know, like where you see the Dog Pounds and these different peoples, like the cliques and stuff. You know, there's Migos is Migos. Now, 2 other people were also shot. And this is where I think the confusion happened, where they said Quavo was also shot. So I text Quavo. He hasn't responded. I just sent him my condolences. I text Offset my condolences. I text Cardi. Cardi and I were texting back and forth a little bit, but she since has not been responsive. And they were having a really tough time dealing with this because, as you know, recently the Migos kind of had a fallout. Quavo and Takeoff have been out promoting their new album, and Offset's been doing his own thing and has his new album, I think, coming out, if it's not out yet, but he's also now on Motown. Like, they're doing their own thing, but there was some underground conversations about them coming back together. And I thought maybe Takeoff and Offset haven't spoke or fell out. But I did learn from talking to friends of theirs that the two have been talking and even been together in the studio recently. So at least there was able to be some positive closure between Offset and Takeoff, because there's nothing worse than losing a loved one and not being able to say goodbye. I know that. And I immediately started thinking about Offset and was texting Cardi ridiculously to say, Cardi, like, is he okay? Like, can you talk? I wanted to check on him because Offset has been through a lot. This year, there was allegations that he cheated on Cardi with Saweetie. That came from music with Quavo, or the allegations kind of came from the music with Quavo. So there's been a lot going on within this group. And then now for this to happen, I'm just praying that this is the unfortunate bridge to bring them all back together, because we have to see them together. Now, we were just talking about safety with the rappers, because nowadays it's almost like, you know, back in our days when Snoop and Dre and Tupac and Biggie, who both unfortunately died, but, you know, that was some other shit. We protected ours. Now they're a target, and they went on Drink Champs to talk to my friend Noriega and DJ FN to promote their album Only Built for Infinity Links. And this is what they had to say about safety.
By the way, taking y'all safety very serious.
You have to.
I like it.
Nah, got to.
That's important. Do y'all feel rap is the most dangerous job in the world?
Yeah, one of them.
One
for
of them?
sure.
What else you think is one?
Anybody doing I don't know.
Military?
Military for sure. Yeah, they risk they putting their life on the line for sure. They don't know if they're gonna make it home. Right. That's one of the
That's true, but you know it's crazy. Even with the military, not to take anything from them, because I don't want to do that. But at least you know how your enemy looks. Like when you're a rapper, somebody can hate you and not even tell you. Somebody could be around you and envy you.
Like John,
Like a fan.
Yeah, what's Selena? You ever seen that story? Selena, the person that killed Selena was her.
John Lennon.
We just speaking about John Lennon. Word.
He come back from his house and they caught him in his there going through the, like, that's crazy. But still back in the day, they didn't know what he was. They didn't know where he was prior to him pulling up to the house or anything. Right. They know or if you post, they see you in the studio, you down there, wherever you at. So
pieces together easy.
You gotta be careful with social media now. You gotta watch what you post and do stuff, because even though you just trying to show off for just, you know what I'm saying, show your fans stuff, it's people that follow you and watch you that got bad intentions and don't want the best for you, feel me? And looking at your page and see you every day and be like, nah, I want to be him and want to be the same person. So you got to watch it. And it just, that's why I don't even really post like that. Or if I do, I post after I left the spot.
We post tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
The next day.
You think I'm at a location, but nah, I'm at the crib.
Look at how many rap soldiers we lost to LA. Is that because we just seen footage of you guys, and they said that they taking their security very serious, and it's y'all walking through LA. Y'all seen this footage?
Yeah, the listening party. I think we was going to walking into the listening party. Yeah, I seen it. I seen
story,
that.
Right?
I said it's the security head was on swivel or something like that.
It's like, yo,
I ain't see that.
I seen it.
No, it's a compliment. So is that how you guys roll in LA?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but shit, we still know people. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this shit for 10 years, bro. We done seen all them folk. We done seen the sharks and all them people. You just gotta like make sure, you know, you just keep it real with people.
We
you know what I'm saying?
the
This don't got
barriers.
this just how we embrace people. You know what I'm saying? Embrace real niggas, embrace hood niggas, embrace the robbers, embrace everybody. It's like just being young niggas that came from nothing, bro. We just always feel like we always paranoid from the start.
That's a good paranoid.
You feel what I'm saying? You gotta feel like
You got
a nigga on your ass at all times. And like, once you protect yourself and keep that shit real, it's just
most definitely
shit go a lot smoother. We never even said if I die today, like we
I don't like that. I don't play like that.
shit.
Yeah, I
don't play
that's
like that.
crazy. That's how I am.
I don't play like that. I don't like that.
Yeah. Because I feel like Biggie and Pac kind of wrote their own death.
Man, you can't talk about that, bro. You can't talk about that.
That's very wise. That's very wise.
Don't rap about that because you manifest you was going to the top. You rap about going to the top, and then you at the top.
Yeah.
And then you rap about doing, you know what I'm saying? Just
KRS One had a lyric back in the days.
I'm just a witness of manifestation. You feel me? I seen it, so I know the power of the tongue is powerful. You feel me? So what you speak come to existence, and certain things you
listen.
just don't
KRS
say.
had this lyric back in the days. He said, "Watch what you say, because you attract it."
It's almost eerie to hear it play out. Okay, it's almost eerie to hear it play out. Well, Takeoff also made a comment about wanting to receive his flowers while he's still alive. And I'm going to let you hear this part because it's going to play in really important to the next part. Take a look.
Now, one thing I really, really love about the project is how you shining. Like,
appreciate it.
I feel like not like, of course we were shining before, but I feel like you were dancing on this one.
Yeah.
I felt like you was just
crazy.
like, yo, I felt like it was like it was always your time. It was your time to prove it. Is that something you had in your mind when you was going in recording?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean, enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm chill. You know what I'm saying, laid back, but it's time to pop it. You know what I mean? Time to give me my flowers. You know what I mean? I don't want them later on when I ain't here.
God damn it!
You know what I mean? I want them right now. So
Give me
literally, man. Let me just tell y'all something. Like I said, man, that album is tough. I don't give a fuck what it. Don't let nobody tell you us. And you're number one. You're number one right now. Number one. Damn, we want to literally give y'all flowers, bro.
Oh. Listen, he goes on to talk about getting his flowers while he's alive. Now, I tweeted this morning, in the midst of all that, I tweeted on my Twitter that I never got a chance to interview the Migos. Let me show you the tweet really quick. Okay, the tweet said, I never got to interview the Migos as a group, my favorite rap group. This is insane, sad as fuck. And then I went, and then people began to drag me. I didn't even know I was getting drugged. They said, you're trending on Twitter. I said, for what? Posted it up again because I also said, that same post, I said, the same Twitter that's dragging me for saying I didn't get a chance to interview the Migos, to give them their much-deserved flowers publicly that I've been giving them all privately for years, is the same Twitter reposting the video of his dead body on the ground. Eat a dick. And when I said I didn't get a chance to interview them, I've been giving them their flowers for years, privately. But I wanted to bring them on my platform in front of my fans because this show, my shows, my brand is for you to see your favorite artist who may happen to be my favorite artist, or to hear a conversation that I may want to have with somebody that you may not like about what we don't like. But me saying I didn't get a chance to interview them was me saying I didn't get a chance to publicly on Hollywood Unlocked hand them verbally their flowers that they deserve. Specifically him too, because a lot of you fake fucks are online today acting like you miss him when you bitches never really gave him his respect when he was around. You always made fun, he's not this, he's not important, he's this, he's that. When a lot of people in the industry that know rap say he's the strongest lyricist of the three. Just to say that. And I don't even know rap like y'all know rap, the younger people, but from what I hear from young people, they say he's the stronger lyricist, okay? Now, I went and posted some more on my Twitter. This is what I had to say because I had to get this off my chest. I said, I'm not going to defend my comments against a bunch of animals who collect the videos of dead rappers so they can pass around to their friends like concerned citizens. Most of what the world shares is because you desperate cocksuckers can't live without seeing other people's pain. The only reason I didn't respond sooner is because between trying to get the news out, I had to manage all the traumatic clips and photos y'all niggas keep sending us. We would never post those videos and photos. Didn't do it with XXX. Didn't do it with PNB. Not doing it now. When we want peace with the two girls you criticized, why? Because, we wanted peace with the two girls you criticized us. Why? Because you're animals. Stop pointing the finger at me. You're the bad guy. I think I went on. Did I post something else? I just kept going on. Anyway, go to my Twitter at the only Jason. Oh, yes. I said this. I said, one more thing. You all never gave Takeoff the love and flowers he deserved when he was alive. People internally used to always say he was the most talented, but y'all treated him like he was a joke. Now you dick riding, fake acting sad for him. I hate you. Rest in peace. Takeoff. And then I said one more thing. Sending my thoughts and prayers to Quavo and Offset. I know both men And I know this is going to build a bridge between them. I could give a fuck what y'all say on social media. Half of you sad motherfuckers are just running around talking shit because you really wish you could be doing it like he's doing it, like I'm doing it, like the people we're talking about. So I know a lot of what I hear is jealousy, but that's why I always strap up and have security for you bitches. Always. When I come in an event, I move like the fucking president. Why? It ain't about thinking I'm famous. It ain't about wanting to be famous. It ain't about wanting to think I'm more than I am. It's because I don't want you jealous bitches to take my jewelry, take my money, follow me home, or hurt me. I don't trust it. I don't trust you. That's why my circle's small. Niggas be like, yo, why I can't hang with you? Why I can't come to your house? Why I can't do this? Why you got that AR-15 sitting in your living room? Why? Because you bitches gonna roll up one day and get shot the fuck down that hill. I don't trust you. And I'm not fucking playing. I was going through my house today looking at places. I'm going to put more guns because I got so many. I'm going to put a gun in the kitchen. I'm going to put a gun here. I ain't even going to. Now I'm not putting it in the kitchen because now you know it's in the kitchen. Either way, I don't trust you. And you know what I never said on the show? When I was at Cardi's party, I had 10 people with me. I had 3 armed security and I had 7 friends. Because if anybody would have said anything, they would have got fucked up. And guess what happened? Somebody tried it at the party and he got punched in his fucking mouth and knocked out by my security. Why? Because he touched me. Not in a bad way. I knew the guy. I just didn't want to be touched. And my security said, don't touch him. And he touched me and he got knocked out. I'm going to go home every night. My friend's going to go home every night. I'm going to be safe in my house. And unfortunately, we want to keep it real and stay connected to the hood because we also want to see you all win and we want you to be connected to us because we want to feel the love. But this is what happens when you want to feel the love. You die. 28 years old. 28 years old. I'm 45. I lived 15, 16, 18, 17 more years than this guy. Sad. And he was also, I'm going to give him another prop. He was really big in the NFT world, made millions of dollars doing NFTs, which is really, you know, again, very innovative for a young rapper who made it out the hood. And I also want to say again, shout out to P from QC. P from QC, I ran into him in Atlanta, or I think it was, Vegas. And he said to me that he really admires how he's watched me build Hollywood Unlocked and whatever. We talked about me interviewing Baby and having a relationship with City Girls and QC because he has some really dynamic talent over there. But what I love about P and Coach is how they have mentored these young rappers and really been like father figures. I was watching a Lil Baby interview at the Breakfast Club and P was standing in the corner kind of watching out. You know, and in this industry, you need people who look out for you. And I don't know all the inner workings of what happened with the Migos and P and why they all fell out or whatever. But I can only speak to my interaction with QC, with P, and what I see and how I see him moving. And I love Lil Baby and the City Girls and his talent. And I love the Migos. And this one right here, this hurt. This hurt a lot of people. I mean, you know, I didn't really know any of the other rappers except for XXX personally. But this one hurt. XXX, of course, hurt because the last conversation we had was about him getting the right management team and really making it because he was talented. He had a cult following behind him. A lot of people were really upset, like me, okay? And I was livid at the fact that you guys kept trying to get us to post the videos of his dead body on Hollywood Unlocked. That will never happen. So you want to, you know, if you want to send it to somebody else, good luck. Don't send it to me. But Philly rapper Gilly the Kid blasted people for posting the dead body online. This is what he had to say.
Why every time something happened to a rapper or athlete or entertainer or anybody of color, the first thing you niggas do is pull your fucking phones out and start recording and post that shit on the internet, man? You niggas is clowns for that shit, man. Y'all niggas is clowns for that shit, man. The last image a motherfucker want to see is they peoples laying on the ground bleeding the fuck out, man. Niggas be having mamas, kids, grandmamas, uncles, aunties. That's some dumb shit, man. But the first thing y'all niggas do is pull your phone out. Ooh, look at such and such. Man, that shit ain't cool, man. For real, man. You niggas, that nigga just lost his life and you niggas is trying to get likes. Tell me how that shit add up, man. You niggas, all you blog sites, y'all niggas is out of pocket, man. Y'all niggas be trying to get clickbait. You niggas is suckers, man. That man laying on the ground, he bleeding out, and niggas recording it and posting that shit on the internet, man. Y'all niggas is clowns for that shit. I'm telling you, man. This the reason why I be hating niggas, man. I'm telling you, man. It just be us. I be hating niggas, man. Shout out to fucking Takeoff, man. Rest in peace, man. Shout out to his family, man. We send our condolences to y'all for $1 million worth of game, man. Shout out to QC. Shout out to P. Shout out to Coach, to Migos, everybody, man. Hold y'all head, man. But y'all niggas gotta stop that shit, man. That shit is not cool, man.
Now, I did see, and I'm not here to criticize any blogs because, you know, your business is your business. You run it the way you want. I just want to think of if Rodney had been murdered and he was my brother at the time and I was famous at the time and somebody posted it, how I would feel. And I would feel just like that. So I understood. And I will say, even though what my team posted earlier was the build up to it, you know, I was kind of torn. I took it down because I saw you guys didn't want it up. But I also believe it's important when you see conflict like that, that you post that kind of stuff for awareness, not the dead body part, not the actual shooting part, but so people can see who's in the room, because the person who killed him deserves to go to prison, period. You know, unless the streets take care of him first. Well, either way, we all shared the sentiments as Gilly did, and Designer, who we could never understand what he's saying, went live and he had a moment, broke down, and even talked about quitting rap as a result. Take a look.
Bro, I can't hold the T. I can't go quiet. I can't go concert. I can't call none of these niggas. Yo, the round. Yo, round. Yo, I'm done. I can't live like this no more.
Actor Lakeith Stanfield also went on to comment about this, but his comment was a little geared towards calling out another issue. And a lot of people, you know, agree with him. But this probably wasn't the right time, but this is the time that's going to get us all talking about it. So you can come up here and tell me later what you think. But this is what Lakeith posted. He said, if you are for gangster rap, you can't also be for black. That's a debate that we can have when you come up here and talk to me. Now, I never thought I would agree with Lil Boosie so much on this show. At this point, Lil Boosie's becoming a part of the show because Boosie is the voice of the streets. And although the one thing that I condemn him for is the one thing that happens in the hood, because it happened when I was younger, where you're young and you fuck somebody that's not young. It's not right. You know, I told y'all my babysitter was 16 and I was 8. And it's not something that I glorify, but I understand why in our culture it's happened. He commented on this and he said that rappers are going from heroes to targets. Take a look.
R.I.P. Takeoff, bro. Shaking my head, man. Humble nigga. Badass music syndicate won't show QC, all the family. We sending some prayers and love for y'all niggas. All Takeoff family, Quavo, Offset, all y'all. Badass music syndicate won't, you know, send their prayers out. You know, this rap shit whack, bro. I ain't lying, bro. We targets now, bro. We used to be heroes, you know. This rap shit whack as fuck. This rap shit whack, bro. Everybody want us out of here, bro. R.I.P. Takeoff.
Rappers are going from heroes to targets is what he's saying. I mean, where's the lie? Where's the lie? Devastating. How an argument can go from this to that. You know, again, part of why I have security is when shit gets escalated, calm it down, shut it down. Like, you know, but it's really sad. 28 years old. We'll never see the Migos the way we know them ever again. We'll never see a Migos concert with the 3. We'll never get an album with the 3. We'll never get a reunion with the three. I know that Offset and Quavo are hurting right now. I know that they love each other. Family fights. They're family. Family fights. Is what Quavo said about Cardi, about Sweetie, cool? No. Is that still going to be resolved? I'm sure at some point. But I pray that this is the bridge, the unfortunate bridge that brings them back together, because the culture deserves it. I love these guys. And, you know, we don't hear about these pop stars getting murdered. We don't hear about the Justin Biebers and those people getting murdered and the Harry Styles and all. They out there collecting money, collaborating. They might be doing cocaine and fucking each other's bitches, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But they're not killing each other. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. Sending my love and condolences to QC, P, Coach, Simone. They posted earlier today. This is what they said. QC posted this online. It is with broken hearts and deep sadness that we mourn the loss of our beloved brother, Chrisean Karibal, known to the world as Takeoff. Senseless violence and a stray bullet has taken another life from this world, and we are devastated. Please respect his family and friends as we all continue to process monumental loss. And they posted this on there. I don't know if we got P's personal post, but P also, he did. He posted this. He said to Takeoff, I don't know where to begin, but I want to say that anybody that knows me knows how much I love you, and anybody that knows you knows that you definitely didn't deserve to die at such a young age. We only get one life, and once it's gone, it's over. No coming back. So with that being said, I want our community to remember that we don't have to continue to resort to violence every time there's a disagreement. It's okay to love your brother and sister. We all have been guilty of self-hate, but I pray this never-ending cycle will someday change us all. We have so many memories to keep your name alive as we mourn your loss. I pray that everyone please be understanding to what the family has to see on the internet with the videos and negative comments. This is somebody's child. Let them get through this process with peace and love. You came from the stars, so I know you will forever be up there watching down on all of us. I will forever love you. I mean, that I can't even talk about this anymore because that just take you out. And I did call P to apologize on behalf of my staff for posting the TMZ video. Again, you know, I'm torn on whether or not the video should have been posted, because part of our job is reporting on the things that are happening so that people know how to find the people that are responsible. But, you know, it's also important to have a heart when things like this happen, because this is somebody's child, somebody's brother. People love him, and then the fans all over the world. So to the people who caught my attention to tell me that my staff had posted it, shout out to Keisha and the team for taking care of that. Rest in peace, Takeoff. That was a lot. Okay, we had to get through that. Let's pick it back up, because that was a lot. Let me give you the phone number for those of you that are in the room so you can call in a second, 1-402-GAGGING. Also, here's the link so you can come up here and talk if you want to sound off on this or anything else. All right, okay, enough of that. Well, this is a mess. This is a mess. The Bobby Lytes situation on Zeus Network. If you don't have Zeus, go download it right now. It's only $5. All the Happy Meals you're eating, just put one aside and get this network so you can watch it for a month. Get caught up because the tea is spilling over. I just went to Instagram the other day and saw all the madness going on. And I have to tell you, the hard part about this part is that I love Bobby, but I also love all these guys too, because these guys on the show, they grew on me. They all lived in the house for 3-4 weeks fighting for Bobby's love.
Allegedly.
But they must have been fighting other shit, because at this point, I don't know who the fuck was fucking who. I'm trying to keep track of all the Instagram posts, this, that, and I'm thinking back to all the filming as to who was always around each other. And baby, it may have been something that we just didn't see. And before all of you guys who are criticizing me saying, oh, Jason Lee, you're moving culture, you shouldn't be hosting the reunion for the Bobby Lytes show or executive producing that circus, I did it. I did it because you do it for Love and Hip Hop that's on a network owned by a white woman, and I did it for a network that's owned by a black man. So why you up here talking about, Jason, you're better than that? Maybe I am, maybe I ain't. I push culture, but I also love the mess. I'm a product of my community. Judge me, therefore you shall be judged. All right. Well, anyhow, before I hosted the reunion with Claudia Jordan, and before all of what happened yesterday, me and Claudia did our job. And we did the best that we could, but baby, we did. When I told y'all I didn't know what it was, this is what it was. Take a look. Join me in welcoming to the stage the handsome group of men that...
I want what's best for Bobby.
You understand? Now you go. And you know you're one of the people that always have my back. You told me before the dream you would have my back.
Now, time for the show.
It's above me now.
I can't. Listen, I produced the fuck out that show. I don't care what you say. I did a good job, and the reunion was everything. What you just saw was exactly what happened. We filmed that reunion. I was there for 13 hours, from 4:30 p.m. till 5:30 in the morning. That is what we did with the first 2 hours was blow by blow, no pun intended. But either way, after we filmed the reunion, things have now taken a really interesting turn online with some of the guys. Now, I did not know that two of the people fighting for Bobby were hooking up. Go Hard and Island Boy. Before I get to that, let me just tell you, on the finale, Bobby had to pick between Island Boy and his ex, who I brought on the show, Rerun. Let me show you them real quick. Bobby was torn between these two. Okay. And he ended up going with Island Boy. And Island Boy was the fan favorite of the people that they wanted to see him with. And Bobby loved this man. I mean, I had to fight with Bobby in the show to be fair and give everybody an equal chance, because Island Boy was just a little too cocky, and I felt like he had it in the bag, and partially because Bobby really, really loved him. Well, baby. After filming the reunion, Island Boy went public with Go Hard. Look. It's a lot. Well, now that they're TikToking, you know it's real. You don't TikTok with Bay. You don't TikTok with nobody unless it's Bay. Now, Bobby found out about this, and he posted this on his Instagram story. He said, Island Boy is a hoe. He's a liar. He's a cheater. He has no loyalty, and he fucks and sucks on any and everything. Case closed. So disgusted and confused by him. Paid that little gremlin's rent twice in a row, to come and find out that he was not only leading me on, but also deceiving me. Y'all, my heart was broke for a whole week. Nobody knows what I went through emotionally. Of course, Island Boy responded, and he told Bobby to go. I hate this show. I hate this show. I hate that show. I hate all of this. I just hate it. He told Bobby to go fix his receding hairline and stop doing coke. LOL, that's the least you could have done, love, after begging me to be on your show. Granted, you caused me to lose my job at that. Shit, you lucky you didn't pay for me or my year's rent, bitch. Bobby Lytes. Now, Now that this is out, go to Istanbul, Turkey to fix that receding hairline that is 3 inches back of your Alexa, shut up. That is 3 inches back from your forehead. Oh, and P.S. Stop doing coke. That's not a good look, boo. Thanks for helping me find love. You're the one who is so pressed, but you're rich, right? You know, don't argue with gay people. And I will say this about Island Boy. He got a slick ass mouth, and that thing get to running, and you just can't stop it. I will say Bobby chose this cast. I mean, me and Roland Ray, we participated and we gave our, our input or whatever, and we voted or whatever. But Bobby picked this cast, and I don't care what you say. Bobby picked the dynamic cast because this is reality TV. This is not a Zeus Network's Jason Lee scripted. This is a spinoff, and I didn't even know all this shit was going down. Not go to Istanbul, Turkey. Why you can't go to Pasadena? I can't. I don't even know where Istanbul, Turkey is. I know it's far away though, but either way, Island Boy said that Bobby and his ex Rerun were together the whole time while they were filming. This is what he said. He said, but you and Rerun was in a relationship. Stop capping. Rerun said it out of his own mouth. There goes the tea. And Bobby fired back and said that Island Boy and Gohar were little queens that were passed around the house. Look, he said, imagine this. Your only claim to fame is you were on a dating show, and then the both of you little queens were passed around the house and the entire Houston, Texas like a hot potato. The both of y'all look extremely insane, foolish and thirsty. Sad to say the curtains are closing on the both of you. Hope you enjoyed your 15 minutes. I'm done addressing this nonsense. I got bigger fish to fry and fatter checks to cash next. Bobby then said, fuck it, he's on to the next and posted this. Bobby done already found another man. I ain't found one man since I've been on prep and got my HIV results. Thank God I'm not allowing my immune system to go through this, bitch. There ain't no nigga that can run me into the arms of danger. I am staying away from it. Will Bobby dress up like an Egyptian knight or Cleopatra? I don't know what the costume is giving because I haven't looked. Either way, he ran to the arms of Pharaoh. Is that blood on the back? Maybe that's a contestant from the show. Because, baby, all they did was beat each other up every day. There's blood and guts and everything. Now, it's been quiet. But this is why I would never do a dating show. This right here, because Zeus Network said, oh, Jason, we should do a dating show. Are you crazy? Hot Wheels rolling in with the handler. Well, go hard and Jameson, I wish you guys the best. Bobby, season 2. But don't miss the circus. Play that one more time, Chad. Join me in welcoming to the stage the handsome group of men that... Bitch.
I want what's best for Bobby.
I'm gonna end you. Now you go. And you know you're one of the people that always have my back. You told me before the video you will have my back. Now, time for the show.
And her dancing along just makes it worse. This the fucking problem. Cause y'all telling me I'm better than to get a check to sit there and do it, but y'all bitches can't wait to spend $4.99 to watch it. Stop fucking with me. Stay off my damn line. So when Lemuel from the Zeus Network called me, he said, we edited it and used the circus music. Is that offensive? I said, that's literally the only way to define what we just watched. You cannot watch that video. Okay, so I called Claudia Jordan. Shout out to Claudia Jordan, who also co-hosted with me. I called Claudia Jordan. I said, I think she was cooking. I FaceTime her. I said, Claudia, did you see what I just texted you? She said, no, what is it? I said, go watch it and call me back. Claudia went and watched the video. She called me back. She said, I think our careers are over. I go, no, we just were ringleaders at the circus. I mean, you got people in wheelchairs running people over. You got Go Hard going hard for the Island Boy. You got somebody on Jack trying to find weed. You got the fat boy doing push-ups. Dimitri showed up, got beat up before he could even sit down. Bobby got punched in the face. Bobby tried to take that off the show. I said, no, ma'am, sir. No, you gonna that at that 13 hours I got to sit there, bitch. That they gonna see you get punched the fuck in that face. But how you go on a show? How you go on a show telling somebody you want to love them and fuck on them and be theirs and then punch him in the face? Dingaling, who Dingaling was out. We named him Dingaling because his Dingaling was out all the time. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I even got teary-eyed. I cried a little bit on the reunion. It's too much. It's emotional because I love these guys. You know, I love them. You know, these guys, and I want to say shout out to the entire cast. You know, it's like I want to be friends with them, but I'm not gonna be because y'all be fighting in public. Y'all be spitting and rolling people. How about I go to lunch with you and you roll somebody over in your wheelchair? And Roland Ray spit on the. When I think about what we went through, it's too much. But I love these guys because they, you know, doing reality TV is not easy. And I will say, as an executive producer, they did listen to me. I told them, if you want to be a star, don't let the camera get off you. And baby, they fought to keep that camera on. Anyway, goodbye. Bobby, season 2. Let's do it. All right. Now, I'm gonna get criticized for talking about this, but y'all keep making it viral, so I gotta talk about it. Mark my words, somebody here is gonna die or go to jail. And I don't even want it to happen, but somebody here is gonna die or go to jail. And I hope it's neither one of them, because I like Chrisean. I think she's a beautiful girl. And she's like that little sister who's in a relationship that's just not good for her, who you just want to rescue. But she's also a drunk, and she's also violent. And then Blueface is so goddamn fine, he can't even live out his fullest potential because he's busy fucking everything he can fit that big old Cocker Spaniel in. Well, either way, they got into another fight over the weekend. Now, the last time this happened, we broke the story of Blueface losing the bag from a boxing match, and then we hoped that they would learn from their mistakes and keep their hands off of each other, but clearly that didn't work because it took a turn for the worse. Chrisean went live on Instagram, like she always does, showing off a bruised eye, a busted nose, and let me show you the picture. She said that Blueface did this to her. This is not makeup. This is not Halloween. This is real life. What happened? Now, she went on and explained what happened on her live. This is what she said. Take a look.
Gives a fuck about your lip?
I do.
All you gonna do is suck dick with him? Nobody cares.
You're a bitch.
Don't suck dick with the lip.
You punched me in my mouth. What are you talking about? Punch me in my eye. You're a bitch. So what? If I want to get away from you, let me get away from you. Don't pull me away. Don't pull me closer so you can hit me in my mouth. You sound dumb. You should have let me jump down. No, you on some weirdo shit. You bust my lip. You bust my lip, nigga. You bust my lip and gave me a black eye. Get out my face, bro. No, you're being weird. You're trying to be a bitch. The fuck you on my booking? You came to my booking to pick up my money to disrespect me. Nigga. I'm trying to get out the car while I was moving because I want to get out the car. You bust my lip and give me a black eye because you're a bitch ass nigga. The fuck is you talking about? The fuck is you talking about? The fuck this is a busted lip, busted nose. You lying. You weird ass bitch. You lying. I'm just texting a boy. That's it. This bitch ass nigga gonna beat me up. Like what the fuck? I tried to get out the car. He pulled me back just to hit me in my mouth. Then he called me on no police shit. No, bitch, I'm drunk and you're being a bitch. You too comfortable keep hitting me in my mouth. You too comfortable keep hitting me in my face. Talking about police shit. Nobody been police. If I kill you before you kill me, then what's the problem? Niggas be lying.
They have a show on the Zeus network. I told the head of the network, you should be concerned about how this is going to play out. And you want to intervene at some point, because at some point you almost want to say this is all happening for the cameras and money and opportunity and bookings and social media. They found their way of being famous, but it could end up bad. And I don't want to see him locked up. And I don't want to see her dead, or I don't want to see him dead and her locked up, because women kill men and men kill women. We've seen stuff where people make up just to kill each other because they've been beaten so bad. I couldn't go to bed with somebody that I was physically violent with. I've only had one relationship go left. The person swung on me. Josh, in my book, if you read my book, he swung on me and I defended myself and blacked out. And that was the last time that we were that was the end of our relationship. That was it, because it had gone to a point where he tried to put hands on me. He swung on me and hit me, and I defended myself and blacked out in the process, because but you can't lay next to somebody and sleep with them after you know that you've hurt them, even if you hurt them emotionally, because people will get you back. Well, baby, the internet was talking about this, and people had their feelings. We're in their feelings about it, because we've seen this story play out over and over and over. And then Chrisean did what a lot of women do who are in abusive relationships. She went to Instagram to explain how we didn't understand what happened. Take a look.
Fine, everybody fine. No filter, no makeup. I had a bad trip yesterday to Casamigos, trying to jump out of a fucking moving car on the highway. Blue trying to keep me from jumping out the car. I fought that nigga, like, trying to get the fuck up out the car. He's trying to save me, and I'm just like, I just blacked out.
Do you believe that? I don't believe that. I believe you were drunk. I believe there was an altercation. We saw her punch him before. I don't know what to believe. But I ain't gonna lie. I want this to end in a way that's amicable. Now, I know Whack 100, who manages Blueface, does not like Chrisean for him, and you've seen him try to physically remove him from the house. She's already beat up his mom and sister. He beat up her dad, but they have a show. Congratulations. Bye. Well, I haven't talked a lot about him publicly, but I'm going to do it tonight because we've actually spoken. And I want to talk about it. So share your live, share your live, share your live. Ye is apologizing to Black people. I don't know that many of you care. Everybody knows that I don't agree with Ye and on the issue of the Black Lives Matter stuff, but we want to talk about it because this is in the news. Weeks after his viral Drink Champs interview, Kanye is still trending over his anti-Semitic and George Floyd comments. Now, Ye has apologized twice to the Jewish community, but for a while, he hadn't said anything publicly to his own people. Boosie had called him out. Here go Boosie again. Why are we talking about? This is what Boosie said.
This nigga gonna apologize to the Jewish community, but don't say shit to the Black community. You a clown, dog. You should have kept talking about the Black community. Probably you wouldn't have heard nothing from probably but Boosie. You won't fuck with the Jews. Jews gonna have your ass looking like Delonte West on Skid Row, nigga. You don't apologize to the Black people. Die your fucking face, nigga.
Well, days later, and probably after hearing that, Ye's now finally apologized to the Black community for his George Floyd comments, which a lot of people were saying was bullshit because we all watched him die at the hands of a white police officer. And he also made those comments that Black Lives Matter was a scam. Now, I will say before I play this, I believe that Ye has been manipulated by Candace Owens. Candace has been very silent on the anti-Semitic stuff. She ain't said a word. She ain't standing next to Ye. She ain't wearing White Lives Matter. She's ghost. We ain't heard nothing from her because we all know that she is a... Anyway, this was Ye's apology to the Black community. Take a listen.
Two things that are happening a lot of times when I would say, oh, I'm the richest black man, it would be a defense that I would use for the mental health conversation. Just say, oh, you guys say I'm crazy, but look at this, I made money. And but that is not godlike to be showing off. So if it's not godlike, then God will take that, because it's all the church's money, right? So what's happening right now is I'm being humbled. Another thing that's happening is by me being burned to the flesh every single day, it's actually proving what I had to say. When I went to the mediation, what I want to say is, like, black people are like, okay, Lex Friedman got you to apologize. Pierce Morgan got you to apologize to the Jews, but you never apologized to us about the George Floyd comment that made us feel bad. Now, the thing is, okay, JFK, they got a lot of documentaries about how it happened. So we can argue about how it happened, which I like the fact that we can do that. But regardless, when I see that video as a black person, it hurts my feelings. And I know that police do attack, and America is generally racist. When the idea Black Lives Matter came out, it made us come together as a people. Now, afterwards, yes, there was some things where the money went. There were some things where it was used in order to push us to the Democratic vote. There were people behind it involved. That happened. But when I said that, and I questioned the death of George Floyd, it hurt my people. It hurt the black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now. So I thank you, God, for humbling me and letting me know how it really felt. Because how could the richest black man ever be humbled other than to be made to not be a billionaire in front of everyone off of one comment that actually, if you look at the definition of DEFCON, it means to get extra defense, which obviously I must have needed.
Yeah.
I must have needed that extra defense.
Are you worried you ruined your legacy, Kanye?
How?
Yeah,
Well,
stop.
I'm not worried. I'm just not worried, period. God is alive. God runs the world. You know, God even runs Hollywood. God is alive. And he's using me right now. He chose me for such a time like this to basically for the media to put their knee on my neck, for Adidas to put their knee on my neck.
I'm going to save my opinion so then I want to get through this. Ye then ended right back at square one when Instagram and Twitter lifted their bans and gave him his accounts back. So we know that Ye went to Instagram once they lifted the bans, and he compared himself to Emmett Till. He posted the picture of Emmett Till's dead body. He then went after the mother of George Floyd's daughter, Roxy Washington, and the $250 million lawsuit. This is what he said. This is what he posted about Roxy. He said he gave her $2 million. I'm not going to read all this. You guys have seen it. It's been all over Instagram. I don't want to keep reliving this. You can go back and look at it. He also went after Jewish CEO Ari Emanuel, who's the brother of Rahm Emanuel, who was the mayor of Chicago and he used to work with the Obama administration, for calling out companies to cut ties. Remember, Ari went live and said, I suggest everybody who works with Ye to end their relationship with him. This is what he said about Ari. Y'all can screenshot and it's just sad. He was begging him to find a place for the kids at the Donda Academy, whatever. Now, when I was at the Wakanda Forever premiere, Ye put me on blast on Twitter, which I was surprised. And then we ended up in a group text together where somebody connected us. And I said, you know, of all people, you know I had your back. You know I had your school's interested back. We're not going to play on the internet because, you know, I haven't had a lot to say publicly because I do have a lot of respect for what he allowed me to be a part of when we were working. And you know, I'm not a bandwagoner that's going to go on and just say, kill Kanye West, because the same people who are condemning him are going to be the same people saying, rest in peace, Ye. We love you, Ye. We miss you, Ye. We want you here, Ye. Wearing their Yeezys and their fucking sweaters and stuff and online posting photos with him at moments. That's what's going to happen. So I'm only going to respond the way that I know how to respond. Well, anyway, I'll get to what he said to me in a minute. But back to what he said about George Floyd's baby mom, Roxy. Well, Steven Jackson, athlete and former athlete and host of All the Smoke podcast, who was close friends with George, slammed Ye for attacking Roxy, and this is what he said.
What up, world? Hey, Kanye, I just saw your video. First off, Roxanne could care less what you think about her hat. That's number one. We ain't gonna talk about that bullshit you be wearing and marking it up for your own people to pay for. We ain't gonna talk about that. You say stupid shit, you get stupid prizes. Nobody asked you to say nothing about George Floyd, but you decided to say that on your own. So you're gonna pay the consequences. Roxy was minding her business. Gianna was minding her business. Oh, and also, Roxanne and Gianna and the family is two different people. She don't stand with the family, and the family don't stand with her. They had different lawyers during the whole court process. They had different lawyers. And for y'all that don't know, Kanye delusional. You didn't give Gianna $2 million. She got $250,000 that they broke down through families that Roxanne is giving back to you. You got a lot of problems, dog, but if you want to address somebody, come address me. I'm speaking for the family. I've been speaking for the family, and I've been editing you at every post. You didn't have to say nothing about Georgia. We will support you in everything you was doing and still support you. But every time you speak on Georgia, you're going to learn your lesson. Keep Georgia's name out your mouth, and that's for you and everybody else. Signing out. Come see me.
Steven Jackson has been holding George Floyd and the family down and his daughter from day one. Amberlynn, I know you ain't judging me eating chips. I'm hungry. I had to get a snack. This is too much. But Steven Jackson's been a real one from day one. He literally has been the public face of George Floyd and the movement, supporting the daughter and all that. Ye didn't like what he had to say and responded. Ye said this. He said, "My name is Ye, Steven. I gave $2 million to the family. Then Roxy threatened to sue me because I gave a different perspective. I've been going light. Actually, I got suspended from Instagram for 30 days for my truth. I'm a digital prisoner right now. But if you keep talking, I'm going to keep talking. If you shut the fuck up, I'll leave it alone." I'm not even going to say what D.L. Hughley said, but they went back and D.L. Hughley weighed in. But he did say that if Ye had a vagina, he would be in a conservatorship. And he said similar to like a Britney Spears or whatever. And, you know, when you're not... Jameer getting hot and bothered by me sucking my fingers. Jameer, stop with that gay shit. I can see you in the waiting room. I suck my fingers. He ain't made no reaction all show. I suck my fingers. Now he over there getting hard. Well, listen. White people go to conservatorship. Niggas just get canceled. That's what happens. Now, I have to say, Ye has had a lot to say about the disparity in the world of entertainment, sports, media. And we know that is a true fact. How he's gone about saying it, absolutely wrong. One would argue, well, why can't you say it? Because we live in a world where people get triggered by their past. Jewish people have gone through the Holocaust. Black people have gone through slavery. Latino people have gone through their stuff. Asian people have gone through Asian hate. And so when you say this group of people by race, you create a reaction. And the problem is that tonight's show is an indication of the real problem. Niggas kill niggas because white supremacy created that dynamic, and Jewish people organize. And Black people tried to organize, you called it a scam. Ye has not met with the Black Lives Matter organization because I talk to them every day. I talked to him today. They've not had a meeting. He listened to Candace Owens, who played him, manipulated him, tried to get him to support her husband's bullshit app that none of us are coming over. A white man, this Black woman has been orchestrating an attack on Black Lives Matter and used one of the biggest cultural icons to be her megaphone. And I have not had a chance to talk to Ye directly because I did not have his new number. But now that I have it, I decided to tell him how I feel. And the only reason why I'm going to share those text messages with you is because Ye would do it. Ye would do it. But I'm not doing it in a way to put him on blast. I'm doing it in a way to clear up a couple things. Because I want to tell you how I really feel about Ye. And I told him first, and I'm going to tell you. First message. I texted him and I said, and I didn't get a chance to say this directly. Sorry. I didn't get a chance to say this to you directly because I didn't have your number. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to join your team. Thank you for always respecting my mind and abilities and for pouring those words into me. Thank you for trusting me to lead. And as a friend, I wanted to tell you in person, to check on you and to tell you personally how what you've said specifically about George Floyd and Black Lives Matter hurt me and many people. Next slide. Everyone can be mad at you, but most don't know or have access to you. Your Drink Champs comments about me leaving have people thinking that I stole money. We both know that's not true. Your post on Instagram makes people think that I never tried to help the school. We both know that that's not true. I want you to be great. I want you to win. I want you to love, and I want you to be loved. None of this may matter to you, but know, although I disagree with the direction you've gone and the people who are surrounding you, next slide, I want you to be, I was surrounded, where's it at? Okay. I love you, bro. Most importantly, I'm praying for you. And then he said, I ain't know I made it sound like you took money. I'm sorry about that, bro. I love you. I miss you. You are one of my favorite people. And then there was another text message. And he texted me this morning. I woke up to this. He said, I miss my friend, bro. I love you. When we started to work, I felt like he was a family member, part of the tribe. That's the personal yay that I will say. I hear you, but I didn't feel that when we were working together. And, I have a big heart and I don't want to see anything happen to him. He's losing everything. And his mind, he may be doing it for the culture, but the culture you said didn't matter like the White Lives Matter, because that's what you were saying when you said that. And White Lives Matter is the anti-Black Lives Matter movement, because we already know that. And a lot of what's happened is because he lost all the people around him that were holding him accountable. He later went on to text me and said that he wanted to be the person that controlled his voice. And this is what it got you. And it's really sad to see, because he was iconic. Now, I will say that I'm going to be dragging Adidas too, because Adidas did a lot of things that were improper that they know they did. And he may not be in his sound mind to address you, and he may have closed every ear off, but I didn't. And Adidas has a responsibility to the culture that they've been getting billions of dollars from as a result of this black man. Where was all the outrage when he said White Lives Matter? Why didn't white people get mad at that? He should have been canceled then. The day he said Floyd Mayweather, child. The day he said George Floyd died of a fentanyl overdose, he should have been canceled. But the reason why he didn't get canceled is because non-black people will sit back and watch us eat our own for entertainment. A black man, Kanye West, and a black woman, Candace Owens, were whipping all this hate up. And so why would we get in it? That ain't our problem. That's the black people problem. And we aren't organized enough to say anything. And Black Lives Matter. If your organization has any hope, you better grow some balls, because you all should have came after Kanye when he called you a scam. You should release your financial records. You should open up to an independent audit. You should lay this shit out, lay it to rest, and then go on a campaign to take these motherfuckers out. If I was running Black Lives Matter, baby, I'd be moving like Farrakhan in these streets. I'd have so much security because I'd be fucking y'all up. Talking about he ain't black. Oh, you see how black I was? Because I'll be on your asses with the black. I would have been Black Panther, the real Black Panther from the 80s for Halloween. Bitch, I'd have been Huey Lewis. Is it, what's his name? Huey Lewis? That's the singer. Anyway, you know what I mean. I'd have been Angela Davis, because I'd have been gay and Black Panther with an afro and some big old Amberlynn titties. All right, but either way, back to Ye. I'm gonna just say this. I don't want to see Ye die. I don't want to see, he's a father of 4. And, I don't know if he'll ever make it back, because I also don't ever want to count nobody out, because the world loves a comeback story. But until he gets out of his own way and stops believing that he's a martyr for black people, which he's not, and until he stops seeking validation from white people, he's going to be right where he at. It's sad to see. I don't think I've ever seen a person lose everything so fast. But I will say, as much as we are outraged at all of the things, there's some truth in what he's saying about how the corporate structure of not giving a fuck when it comes to equality is real. But it's how you say it, how you play the game, how you strategically move and keep winning. My company started at a $0 valuation. We're at a $50 million valuation now. And next time you look up, we're going to be at a $500 million valuation. And when I get to a $1 billion valuation, I'm going to sell this bitch and I'm going to go and create an investment fund. I'm going to get to a multi-billion-dollar valuation. Why? Because it's really about chess. It ain't checkers. And right now I feel, yeah, you playing checkers. And to the YouTube community, those of you watching, those of you that are reporting, those of you that are going to say this, I want you to send this clip to all of you. Those of you that said that I was stealing his money, you better go and talk to an attorney, because defamation of character is when you say something is a fact that's not a fact and that can't be proven to be a fact. And when you said I stole his money and was sending in invoices and taking money and buying Balenciaga, this and that, what you didn't know was that you fucked with the wrong person. Tasha K showed you how you lose your channels. And while I love you all talking about me and Hollywood Unlocked and the Gag Nation and this and that, because you secretly are jealous, when you defame my character, when you slander my good name, and when you play in my face with that type of shit, I tell my attorneys, get them. I did tell my attorneys, we ripped all those videos and we'll be in touch. All right, later with Ye. All right, listen, that was that. We're going to go ahead and have a conversation. But before we do that, here's the merch. You can go to HollywoodUnlocked.com right now /shop, and you can get this vintage material. Yes, we have our stuff shot. Our new stuff is coming out. The website's built, the store's there, but it ain't coming out yet because it's coming out with my show. You could also support this channel by subscribing to our page and get the $1.99 to get these emojis, okay? Go over to the Jason Lee Show on Instagram. Follow me because that's the new page. I don't even think it's verified yet, but it'll be verified because I'm a verifier. All right? It's time to gag with me. Come up here. All right, y'all. I went to lunch with some rich people today. They're like, what is this gagging? What is this gagging? I'm like, it ain't sucking dick. It's about showing you that we the shit. Like, every time you gagged. By the way, I'll be talking to the vice president on Friday. Shh, don't tell nobody. Me and all the black media leaders are going to be getting together with the vice president this week to talk about our agenda. Those of you that'll be at the table, we got work to do. Okay. All right. Let's talk to some people here. Okay. I'm going to mute some of you. Go ahead. What's up? What's good?
Hey, what's up, Jason? Nothing much. I want to obviously talk about.
You're talking about right, I'm gagging.
There we go. I'm gagging too. But I want to talk about Takeoff because I think we really got to realize that rappers are in a state of emergency, and there needs to be a real intervention in the hip hop community about the dark direction that it's taking. Because I'm not gonna act like I don't sit here and listen to the most, violent music out there. I love that music. However, I realize that I know how to separate. I know how to differentiate the entertainment from reality. And I got to get to the point where I got to realize that other people don't know how to do that. So because we enjoy it doesn't make it right for us. So I do think that we really got to sit everyone down and figure out how we can move the culture forward. And when I say that, make the lyrics more positive, put some more meditation into the music, like something, because
But let me jump in there. These stories that these rappers are telling are stories from our communities that we experience. And we experience these experiences because, let's keep it real, white folks took everything from us, brought us to a country where we had nothing, didn't even let us learn how to read. We learned how to read. We became free slaves. We became a part of a country that at the fabric of it is racist and divisionist, and we don't have what other people have had. The Indians got casinos and got reparations. Black people still fighting for 40 acres and a mule. That ain't never coming. But let me just say this. We can't blame rap music for the reason why niggas is killing niggas. We have to blame the fact that in our communities, on every corner is a liquor store. On every corner, there's crack that they moved in. Now they're gentrifying communities and moving us to other impoverished places where they feel like we belong. And if you wake up every day and you feel that way, you go out and you project that on your people, because proximity, crime is based on proximity. If I'm around all black people, the people I'm doing crime with is my people, and they know what they're doing. So a lot of what Ye is calling out is real shit. How he's doing it and how he's handling and going about it is not right. And again, I feel like the only way you move towards the center, like I'm a product of a black entrepreneur who came from nothing. Y'all read my story. If you read my book, I came from nothing and I fought hard. And it's because of you, other black people that get behind me to support me and say, yo, we're going to go and get all of our friends to get behind you and their friends and their friends. And we keep multiplying by city, by state, by country, around the whole world. And then that's how we build wealth as a community. But, you know, again, I don't think it's fair to say rappers rapping about shooting and killing is the reason why we have so much crime. I think it's a bigger problem in our country, period. I mean, at least I think that.
And I agree with everything you said, and I do feel like, you know, some responsibility may have to be taken on our end, because again, I love that music. I don't want to censor rappers because I am someone that stream that music more than the music I'm talking about. But it feels like we're going to be in this never-ending cycle if we don't at least address the situation, because everything you said is true, Jason. Systemic racism put us into that place, but I feel like we also not doing enough to get ourselves out of that. So I'm with you. I don't believe in censoring people. I don't believe in any of that, but I'm just sick and tired of seeing different rappers die every year. And it's to the point where it's becoming numb now. And I don't want to be numb to it, you know? So hopefully us as a community can just have a conversation and we can just figure out how we can move forward, because it just feel like we're stagnant. But I do agree with everything you said. So hopefully something changes, because it's sad out here, honestly, for a rapper.
I agree.
And, I just want to say about Kanye West. When it comes to Kanye West, I am definitely more concerned for Kanye West than I'm angry at him. And of course, I didn't agree with a lot of stuff he said. I don't agree with everything he said, but I feel like if you looked up to someone and they were very monumental in your life, like Kanye West's music helped me through my teenage years, helped me through a lot. So I'm not a big person to throw away somebody just because, you know, they say some things that I disagree with. Because if you're for mental health, then you're going to be for it whether it's in your favor or not. And what I see is obviously a mental health episode happening, not to blame it all on mental health, because I do think he's very strategic in what he does. But I feel like, again, this is someone that needs, like, I don't think nobody can tell Kanye West no. So when nobody can tell you no, you're going to be self-destructive in ways. And hopefully he learns.
No. I told him no. And that's why I quit. Because I'm not a go along, we get along type of person. I'm not going to blame all this on mental health, because I also feel like if he feels the way he said he felt about me today, he wouldn't have put me on blast on Instagram. He would have answered why I left intelligently and said exactly why I left. And he wouldn't have tried to guilt me into trusting him again. I mean, I want the best for him and I want to see him have the best life, but I cannot stand for what I stand for and be politicked into a position that doesn't benefit the culture. And so, you know, I'm not somebody that performs for Yeezys or performs for Balenciaga. I work hard to be able to pay my own way and provide an example to other people that they too can do it. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. You know, I wish the best for him. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to respond to his text messages, because I don't want him to die. I don't wish worse for him. And if I could always offer a good word to somebody who's going through it publicly, privately, I'm going to do that. But I don't work with him anymore, and I don't plan to work with him. Let me move on real quick. Sharon, go ahead. Let's get into it.
Hey, Jason. Well, first I want to say, Jason, that you looked amazing standing next to Rihanna. And at the different events you were. Am I muted?
No. I want to. No. Put the picture of me and Rihanna up. Just leave that up. Thank you.
Yes. So yes. You look amazing in that picture. I think you looked amazing when you were standing next to Meg Thee Stallion. Rihanna is glowing. It's just, you know, and I know that you say all the time that you're next to a star and that you feel honored and all that stuff. But Jason, I just want you to know that you're a star too. So when we look at those pictures, we don't see 1 star, 2 star. We see 3 stars. You are a star in that picture too, and you fit there and you belong there. You are Yes. So every time that I sit there and I see these pictures,
but you know, every time I post a picture, I get a phone call from somebody on my team that says you're trending. I'm like, what am I trending for now? Because I took a picture. It's because back to what Jameer said, we are conditioned to destroy anything that is perceivably better than us, because that is what slaves did when they were all fighting to get in the house, to be validated by the massa. I'm not playing into that. I look at it as a joke. When I see people online, I can't believe Rihanna dodged him. Like, you do realize you sound foolish, and it doesn't hurt my feelings. At first I was confused about it, but now I get what it is. This is a systemic problem that our people have. I want everybody black to be great. If you betray me, you play in my face, you hate on me, and I discover it and I don't fuck with you, that's not me not wanting you to be great. I still want you to be great. I just don't want you to be great with me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So online, people love drama, and I'm just not playing into it. But go ahead.
Right. So, you know, and I think that that's the thing too, Jason, is that you don't have that crab in a barrel mentality. And that's why when I hear shit about you or people say stuff, it's get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because you've never given that off. And I think that, like you said, that is a problem. It's a crab in a barrel mentality, but you don't do that. You reach back, and just kudos to you. I wanted to give you your flowers because you definitely deserve them. You look, and I'm so proud when I see it, Jason. It's weird. I see the pictures and I'm like, that's my nigga. Like, I just get so happy and excited. So, and I think a lot of people are jealous because they look and they see, and they, in their mind, they're thinking, well, he's standing next to Rihanna. How come I can't be next to Rihanna? And it's a jealousy thing. So I'm super proud of you. So anyway, let me get into the message report. Diddy scares the fuck out of me. Okay. So I won't be saying anything bad about Diddy tonight. Because he definitely scares the fuck about me, scares the fuck out of me. But Trey Songz, you are really lucky because Diddy is a gangster and he hung with the gangsters. Okay, he was with the hard niggas. My nigga, only thing you've done is pissed on bitches. So you really better. You're happy that altercation didn't go the way that it was supposed to go.
But that was him and Trey Songz fighting. That was the guy from 50 Show that he was fighting. Trey Songz was just at his party.
But I thought that was Trey Songz sitting next to him in the video.
Trey Songz just took a straight. Trey Songz had nothing to do. Put up a disclaimer. Let me just say this. Trey, I ain't got nothing to do with this message.
I'm sorry, Trey. I take that back. Okay, let me move on. Takeoff.
You can't take that back.
I'm sorry, but he does. Jason, did I lie? He does.
No. Just move on, girl. Just move on.
Okay. As far as Takeoff, I was really saddened to wake up and see that. You know, R.I.P. to Takeoff. He was a magnificent lyricist. You know, and he's gonna be missed. So I'm sending prayers for the family. Now, Bobby Lytes, the show. I think Jason, for real, no shade. This is going to be the best motherfucking reunion in fucking Zeus. I'm talking about hits on hits on hits, and I shouldn't be excited because they fighting, but shit, they already did it, so I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I think this is gonna be.
Wait, Johnny, play the clip one more time. Join me in welcoming to the stage the handsome group of men that.
Bitch.
I want what's best for Bobby.
I'm gonna end you. Understand? Now you go. And you know you're one of the people who always have my back. You told me before the reunion you would have my back.
Now, time for the show.
You did your shit.
I don't know who Claudia was calling. I just don't. I don't know who she was calling. Like, when I saw the clip, like, I was like, girl, you was on the phone? Like, what was I doing? She was like eating Starburst. I'm like, damn, for real? I can't. Anyway, go ahead.
No, but I think you did your shit, and I'm super excited about it. Now, I'm
never gonna interview Michelle Obama doing this. Never. Like, I'm never gonna interview her.
Now, I want to say with Island Boy and Go Hard, I think that y'all are just whack. Island Boy, I think you used Bobby for clout. Meanwhile, you was using him for clout, and motherfucking Go Hard was going hard in your ass the whole time. I'm sorry, I call it what it was. I said it is what it is. That's what was going on.
Allegedly.
Bobby, you're going to find love. You're going to be all right. You're going to be okay, Bobby. Now, Chris, as far as Chrisean and Blueface, at this point, bitch, you just hitting yourself in your own motherfucking eye because you're in it and you're staying in it. And if I was you, I could never stay with somebody that's putting their hands on me. I would be scared at night. I would be sleeping with the one eye open that it's not swollen that he fucking hit me in. I think that you guys are toxic. I think that you guys need to just separate and stay away from each other. The fame, the money, it's not worth it. Y'all can do good on your own. And Blueface, if you are putting your hands on Chrisean, you're going to jail, nigga. And you won't be scared to go outside, nigga. You won't be able to go outside. And if you are putting your hands on it, you're going to go to jail. And instead of cuddling next to Chrisean at night, bitch, you're going to be cuddling next to Christian at night. So remember that. Please, just separate. Now, Kanye West, I love Kanye West, but I'm just going to say this. I think you were wrong, and I think you felt the pressure not on your neck, but on your pockets when all the business deals fell through. That's what I think you felt the pressure on. I understand. I want you to understand, Kanye, that you are being used as a fucking pawn. You're being used as a pawn, and at the end, they're going to get everything that they wanted and gain everything that they wanted by using you, and you're going to be left with nothing. So I'm asking you, I'm begging you to please come back to us because we need you. Jason, I think kudos to you for the way that you fucking handle it because you've been handling it classy as hell. I don't know if I could do the same thing. I would have been dragging bitches left and right. But you are truly a class act, Jason.
But you realize I get drug every day. Like I get drug every day. And I won't lie. We laugh about it. Like I be playing with my dogs. I be like, Gucci, come here, bitch. Let me tell you what they said on Twitter. Like we laugh about it. Or Cardi will call me and she goes, "You're trending." Girl, I already know. I didn't got the report. Or somebody will come and be like, "Damn, you number one on Twitter today." I just woke up. All I did was post a picture from Wakanda forever. Damn, I went to Wakanda. Can't even go to Wakanda. That's why I said, but I understand that the people who are hating are really angry at where they are in life because happy people ain't hating people.
Right. Right. And Jason, we know you didn't steal no fucking money. If anybody's been around you and knows you personally, they know you don't have to fucking steal money, Jason. You are the money. There's no need to. And as far as too much Balenciaga, it's never too much Balenciaga because the man makes the suit. The suit doesn't make the man. So you could, whatever the fuck you wear, you're going to rock. And that's just period.
Listen, I did wear Balenciaga on the reunion. That was a very nice Balenciaga suit. Today I'm wearing Givenchy. It's just it's a choice. I have options like my niggas. All right. Well, listen. This is too much. What's up, Weedy Poo? What you said? What you want? What's going on, girl? Hold on, Weedy Poo. Let me get your mic together. Hold on. Okay. What's up, Weedy Poo?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I love the Bobby Lytes thing, and I love the way she was dancing to it. It was cracked me up. She was cracking me up. But you know what? I'm sick of Ye now. I'm sick of. At first, I was just saying he was sick. No, he's. I'm done with him. I just wanted you to know I'm done with him. I'm done.
We can't pray for him.
I can pray for him, but I never want to see him in my in this side time. Sorry, I pray.
Tell us how you really feel, Weedy Poo. Okay, Amber Lynn, let me get to you.
Hey now. So first off, I want to say rest in peace to Takeoff. Like that is horrendous what happened. We have to start recognizing that if we get into the industry and we done finally made it, like we have to remove ourselves from certain areas and certain things and certain people. If not, then things happen. It was always something in his eyes that made me feel like, something tragic was gonna happen. They got a Chinese saying called the three whites, and he just looked like like he was gonna possibly lose his life. So I'm so sorry. You know, rest in peace to him, prayers to his family and everything like that.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
You never heard of senpaku eyes? It's like in the Chinese they say if the eyes look a certain way where you can see the bottom of their eyes, the whites, that they have like tragedy. Look at his pictures. That's why he always wore them shades, because his eyes, you can see the tragedy in his eyes. Like you can see it. People were saying it in the comments too. Like it's bad. But anyway.
I'm gonna check that out.
But anyway, P. Diddy with his big bubblehead ass, he bipolar. He did that motherfucker shit though. He did it. You know what I'm saying? He was looking good. He acted all night. He was in character. That's the type of stuff I like. As old as he is, he inspires me to keep going. I didn't dress up this year because I wasn't feeling it, but next year I'm back on my shit. Okay. When it comes to Chrisean, I love you, Chrisean, but I'm so tired of this going on with you and your situation. Like, I hope my sister don't see this, but she got a halfway situation like that. And at certain point, you just got to let them go. You know what I'm saying? And let them experience what they're going through. And, you know, if people get hurt, people get hurt. You just can't help them no more. You try, but you can't help them. So it is what it is. Kanye West, yay, whatever the fuck you're calling yourself these days, sir. I do not accept your apology. I do not appreciate a fuck thing you said. You know what I'm saying? I think that you're disrespectful. You try to talk in circles to confuse people that don't understand you, but I'm very intellectual. I'm very intelligent. I was a nerd bookworm. I'm just pretty because my mama was, okay? But I love to read. I love education. So you can talk in circles with all these other people. You can't talk in circles with me. I don't appreciate it. You don't care about us. You're mad because you're losing money. You claim you're humbled and you felt like you got your neck stepped on. How fucking the unmitigated gall that stepped on your neck? Are you dumb? Like, I'm not appreciated. He has not been humbled. He does not care about us. He need to lose every dime. So sorry. I love you. You can come back later. I'm done with Kanye. Sorry.
Not unmitigated. When people use the words unmitigated, they really just don't want you to get nothing. Anytime my people use these words, unmitigated circumstance, they basically it's like, nigga, you done. You done. Okay, what's up, Keto? What's going on?
Oh my goodness. So Jason, before I start, my question for you, what's going on with the audiobook? And when you gonna have your book on Audible so I can download and listen to you, we'll get the motion?
Yes. When?
I was supposed to record the audio book yesterday, but I'm leaving out of the country on Saturday, and so I'm going to do it as soon as I get back. But it's coming for sure.
Okay, cool. So the Halloween party, you look good, dressed as you. That was great. But I was living for Halle Bailey in the Avatar and Janelle Monáe in that Fifth Element, going around singing all night. I didn't even see that one. That was the first time I saw that. That was amazing. And then also, Bobby, 13 hours, sir. Absolutely not. There's no way. After 2 hours, I would have just been like, so I'm hungry. I need a break. Can we come back and do this tomorrow? But I'm so excited.
The way it finally ended, I said, producers, y'all got 10 minutes. I'm out of here. Like, I'm out. Because it wasn't going. So I just, thank you guys for joining the reunion. I got up, walked out. They were still fighting. I walked out, got in my car.
Claudia on that phone.
And they were producers were looking at me. I was taking my mic off. I was taking my earpiece. I didn't even say bye to Claudia. I got in my Sprinter and went home.
Oh my God, that music. It was perfect. It was perfect. I couldn't even stop myself from dancing when I heard that music. That circus music. I said, oh, I'm only 4 episodes in. I'm almost done.
To the stage, the handsome group of men that
bitch.
I want what's best for Bobby.
You understand? Now you know. If you know you're one of the people that always have my back, you told me before the dream you have my back. Now, time for the show.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Dancing along for me.
Claudia was calling for backup. She was calling for help.
Bye, girl. Okay. Go ahead, Duana.
Jason,
It was Trey Songz taking a stray bullet after you just said that y'all had a good conversation. You thought it was gonna be smooth, and Sharon came and I forgot what I was even finna say after that bullet flew by.
Wait, when
Jesus, Sharon.
she started talking, me and Alexis are looking at each other like, you say Trey Songz? What? Trey Songz took a stray bullet for no reason
For
tonight.
no, and listen, we
Wait,
started talking about him and all his allegations.
The disclaimer. Don't put this Trey. This applies to that. I ain't had nothing to do with what the fuck she was talking about. Okay.
And then secondly, I do want to say I appreciate you for speaking on your STI test. I go take mine every 6 months and I be posting mine trying to do a challenge. And don't nobody ever want to post back and do my challenge. Every 6 months I post it and ask.
Listen, I know that I talk a lot of shit here, but that I feel compelled to tell our people to just go check on yourself, make sure you're good, but not even just for you. It's the people that you loving on. You know, we have a responsibility. Now, I will say in all fairness, I'm not out here just being completely reckless. I do check my blood every 4 months to check my organ health, my blood cells, I mean, because I want to, I do stem cell, I do IV therapy, I do a lot of things to live a healthier life. And so I've always felt healthy, but I just went through seeing all these signs and I thought, okay, this time I've been really reckless. And I had to go take care of myself. And so there's no shame in sharing my process. I want everybody to get over the shame of it if they're going through it and go do it. Because once you get relief, baby, you feel brand new again. And then if you get bad news, then you figure it out so you can live longer.
And you can save other people and not be spreading it. And thirdly, I knew I could come to gagging because like my spirits have been low all day. From the moment I woke up and seen Takeoff, I don't know Takeoff. I don't even listen to rap. I listen to 90s R&B only on repeat. I don't know nothing else unless it come on the radio on my drive to work. And so I'm glad that I stayed up for gagging because my spirits was real low. And I don't know what it is, what happened, if it's accidental, camp, this, and that. All I know is a life was lost. I don't want to see that shit on the internet. My spirits is rattled. And my hat goes off to you and your team because to even bounce from that story to Bobby Lytes, and it's like my spirits was rattled until Sharon shot that bullet at Trey Songz. I was rattled.
Damn shame. Well, thank you. That means a lot. I won't lie. You know, today's been a long, heavy day. I didn't really get a lot of sleep last night, but I definitely wanted to come here because I feel like as a people, we're all just tired of the shit. Like DeVito losing his baby, Takeoff losing his life, Quavo and Offset losing their family, the culture losing a great one. We lost Ye. Like Ye's out there. You know what I mean? I just feel like to watch Ye lose everything, even though we're mad at him, it's still, I don't want to see no black man lose everything, you know, when they worked hard for it, because there's so many other thoughts that go into what I'm watching that I don't want to get into tonight because I don't have enough time to really unpack it all. It's a lot to unpack. But yeah, I'm glad you came and I'm glad all of you came. Shout out to all of you that showed up tonight because we are a movement and I want us to keep building. I want y'all to keep growing and where you at? Keep growing and make sure you're sharing this link when it comes out every week when the show comes out. Share it on your Facebook, share it on your Instagrams, let your friends know about it, put it in your text groups. I know there's so many people all over the world watching it. And I really want everybody to just get into our movement because, baby, when y'all see the set, when y'all see the show roll out, this new show that's coming, I'm not playing no games. I took this much time to make it perfect, and I'm excited about it. Oh, by the way, I'm having a launch party here in LA, Hollywood, January 8th. All of you are invited. LA, January 8th. It's going to be a moment. I have new theme music that I must play every time I enter a room because that's just the way it is now. And a lot of special people are going to be out, so I hope you can make it.
That was me looking for my invitation because I guess all the other ones got lost.
Shut up. I just invited you. All of you are invited. And that's okay. If I invite you, Sharon ain't going to do nothing but shoot you down the way she shot down Trey Songz. That's shady ass shit. Okay, what's up? Is it Nay? What's up, Nay?
Hi. I have not been on here for a while. Just beat cancer, so I want to I just have to say that.
In the comments, if I can see them all.
I've been a part of Gag Nation and definitely a person that I knew you were great but I mean, you are at an icon status at this time, so I just want to say that. Those pictures of you and Riri and Rocky were gorgeous, and I'm actually wearing her Savage X Fenty onesie. I love all of her stuff, so I just wanted to say that.
I will say, Rihanna did say she watches the show.
Oh, well, hey, Riri, I hope I'm representing. I look good. I order stuff. I'm like a member of her VIP member club, so I have a ton of her stuff.
No,
But
I say thank you. Let me, before you go further, let me say thank you. I appreciate that. I received that. I still, the other week when I was getting hated on, everybody was like, "You need to do this." You know what it did? It really forced me to get in my bag. It forced me to get in my motherfucking bag. Cause I ain't gonna lie, the biggest contributor to getting lazy is making fucking money, and I let the money. Not that I've been lazy, but I let the money not make me as hungry as I was. You know what I said? I said, I'm about to step on their fucking necks. I'm going to Dubai on Saturday. I'm about to go out there and clean it up. I'm about to come back. I got so many partnership deals I closed. I'm not playing because I earned where I'm at by working hard, and I can't let the money distract me from the movement. And so I'm back on. That's why I've been trying to come every week. I'm not going to be here for the next 2 weeks, though, because I will be out of the country. And then I have to fly to San Francisco for a presentation. But I will be back after that. But thank you. I appreciate that.
I do want to say really quick before, because I only want to really address one thing, and it's regarding the death of Takeoff. But I have to say, when I was diagnosed on January 4th of this year, you were like a lifeline for me and watching the show, and I couldn't call in or try to video call in or anything like that as I got sicker and was getting treatment. But then there were like weeks and weeks I knew like you were going on vacation or you had so many things going on, and I would be so sad, like I'm not going to get to see Jason and smile and just watch you grow. But then Sharon and everyone else who I just adore so much. But regardless, when of course you would come back and things were kind of scattered for a minute, though, it would just give me life. Like it would just make me smile at times that I just wanted to cry. And you're just such an inspiration, and I just need you to know that. Like it's not possible for you to know how you impact people. And the people who watch you and who followed you, which I have before you even started gagging. And so, I don't know, there's just power to watch someone grow in power and be so amazing, but remain so humble and real and connected. Like you don't act like your fans are beneath you. And I appreciate that. So thank you for making my soul smile. Thank you for being a lifeline, even though you had no idea that you were being that for me. So,
well, listen, we're not going to get emotional today because who did that to me last time. What I will say is I do thank you. I appreciate you. The people who support me will never be beneath me because it's because of you and these kind of moments that remind me why I'm doing what I'm doing. I will say I am in the work. And so when you're in the work, you don't know the impact it's having on other people. I can see like my business growing and meeting new people who know me and all that. But I try to stay focused on what I'm building and the people like you who support me, because ultimately, if I lose me, if I lose who I am, then I lose why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so you saying that to me means a lot, especially in today's time, because I've been going through my own process of feeling like I'm not doing enough, or I know that I have not shown up for my audience as consistently as I want to, but there's so much work going on outside this show to be able to build a solid foundation for us to grow and continue to become stronger, that I will do a better job once I get back to continue to be here to entertain. I want to be that light, and tonight you're a light for me. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. And sorry, I know we don't want to get emotional. And I think Sharon and a few other people already know this. So regarding Takeoff, I'll just address that because I'm sure you're ready to come to an end of the show tonight. It's been heavy. I have so much respect and just for you for what you said about like you're stuck in between. Like you have to report and you need to report, and it does bring things in the dark to light, and hopefully it will lead to some. There were too many people around, so we know that someone knows who was shooting, and hopefully that no snitch nonsense when it comes to murder, it should be game over. Hopefully someone will show a video of the person. This can be solved quickly because the family deserves that peace. As far as the death being filmed and then they put it on the internet, my nephew was murdered, and the day when we were all finding out, we then received videos from Facebook and a few other things showing my nephew's handprint in his blood. My sister's checked out of her mind because her firstborn son has been murdered. And we don't know why. We don't know what's going on. He's not gang affiliated. He's not like a bad, just not into anything bad. It's just like, well, who shot him? Why? And then for us to all have to see that while we're trying to process that he's gone. And that was my sister's first baby. So he was all of our babies. She was 17 when she had him. So as a team, it was like, I have my sister's back. You know, that was all of our baby. I held him before her when he was born. And it was so traumatic to see the scene of his death, but not only the person filming it, but they were talking like, damn, bro, look at his hand in the blood, bro. Oh, he was wearing some type of shoe. I can't even remember, but it's unbelievable. And then fast forward to his funeral, someone posted him in a casket. I didn't even take a picture of him in his casket. And then they put it all over the internet. And it spread like wildfire. And so we had to it's traumatizing. So I just want to say, I understand Takeoff is someone famous. And when you're a public figure, I think it is a little bit different. I mean, news outlets are going to report. So if I'm going to have to hear about it, I certainly want to hear about it from a Black news outlet, a Black-owned news outlet. But post it with some type of compassion as well, not just sensationalizing that it was Takeoff who was killed, because he has family, he has friends, he has people who love and adore him. And I want people to just please stop just for 1 second before you send this horrible video that is permanently going to be on the internet, and these pictures and images that even his family members could just be scrolling to look at what to shop for the day, and then that pops up. They're going to see that and think about, would you want to see the person you love most, especially when it comes to being murdered, or right after they've been murdered? The image of seeing my nephew's murder scene, well, now I've been to court and we watched the whole thing because it was filmed. But it is an ongoing nightmare. And it's never something that you don't get over people that you love. There's not a such thing. You just learn to live in a life that they're not in. That's it. Time doesn't heal anything. That is bullshit. It hurts every fucking day that my baby is gone. And all these horrible images are in my head. And people need to be fucking more responsible on social media and stop posting shit for clicks. Stop being so desensitized that you disconnect that Takeoff is a human being, and there are people who love him, that know him personally or are blood tied with him, or family, friends that are family.
Well,
people
listen,
like you, Jason, who got to be around him. I know there's no way you wanted to watch him die.
Let me jump in. Not only that, I think it's, like I said, like you said, being mindful that news got to do the news, but be compassionate, be selective on the type of image that you want to be responsible for projecting and promoting, because ultimately people who love him and know him, or even fans who know him and love him, will never forget when they saw him last. And those images, like my brother, they stay in your mind forever, and they are painful things to live with. And so I appreciate those comments, and I appreciate you pouring into me. We are getting out of here because it is almost 2.5 hours of the show. But I love and appreciate you. I'm glad that you beat cancer. I'm glad that you're back. I'm praying for you and your family, and I wish that you guys continue to heal, because it's a process. It's a process. So
Thank you.
No, thank you. Johnny, where's Johnny at? Do we have a lot of callers? Like a lot? All right. Take a call. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey. I wanted to jump on, just say like maybe two things, because I know you want to go. I actually had posted that thing with Go Hard and Island Boy. I didn't expect it to go viral like how it did, because I mean I didn't think a lot of people watched the show, but like I don't know, I'm ready for season 2 and the reunion. And also, I did want to say, I feel like personally, when it comes to jealousy and everything, I feel like everybody got the same 24. So for anybody to have like any type of jealousy, like towards like, even though the situation wasn't jealousy, it was like they got like kind of hot headed. The situation, they got hot headed or whatever, allegedly. But I feel like everybody got the same 24, and like for us to be hating on each other is just like really disgusting, and it's like sad. Like I just I don't get it, and I kind of don't even have like faith in our culture no more, because I don't know. But I love your show. I've been watching you since Love and Hip Hop, and I've been supporting you since I found out about the Gag Nation. And like I really I respect you and everything that you do. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, everything you said is real. I wish we would hate less. I've never hated a group of people, a race of people, hated on somebody's success. Like I see people winning, and I'm like, yo, keep doing you. I don't even measure my success to theirs. Like, I don't care who got more followers. I don't care who got more money. I don't care who got, I'm content with what I'm building, because I'm building something to last. Things that are worth having don't come easy, and things that you want to live forever take time. So I'm not in a rush to build something that's here now and gone tomorrow. Hollywood Unlocked has been building for the last 7 years, and we keep growing more and more influential, more and more power. One day you're with Rihanna, the next day you're with the leader of the free world. Why? Because of building, and staying true to your brand and your vision. There are times I try to get distracted, but my team keeps me focused. We have a meeting every day where we talk, we all talk. So thank you. I appreciate that. Let's take another call.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey Jason, this is Veronica. I'm calling you from LA. Thank you for taking my call. I didn't expect you to take my call, but I think the most important thing from this, even from all the situations that you were talking about tonight, is really that we all have to really self-reflect, like from the shooting, from Takeoff, from the Blueface situation, from Bobby Light, just really looking ourselves in the mirror, taking accountability of our actions, and just really nipping it down to the humanity. You know what I mean? We got to have more morals, values, compassion with one another, so that we could become a better world in general. Just the killings every day, it's just sad.
Veronica, thank you for that. I love that the callers, everybody calling in is so responsible. That's what I'm talking about. I know people want to hear people drag this, that, whatever. I love that we're talking. This is real shit. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like humanity is lost. I put on my Facebook today, I said, what is this world? Like America is ghetto. My assistant said there's a national shortage of Adderall. He said he can't find no Adderall. I had to go to the doctor to get Adderall. He gave me something else. This is better than Adderall. No, it ain't, but I'll take it. Whatever. Okay, next caller.
Hi, Jason. Oh my
Hi.
gosh. So I'm gonna make this quick. I called a couple times, but I wrote this back on the 11th. But you didn't take any calls this day. But I wanted to thank you first of all because I know like the work that you're doing, it could be very tiring. I know that it is tiring. First of all, I know that it is. So I just want to thank you because you could take your money and your resources and invest it in something completely different to really set yourself up for generational wealth and just leave this shit completely. So, you know, I appreciate you. Also, I just want to say, I know you don't support cancel culture, but maybe like we could start like a mute movement because Kanye West, like he definitely needs to be muted. He's uneducated and he's dangerous. And he doesn't understand that our people have been fighting extreme injustices and persecutions, for a long time. Like he had said that made an attack on Lizzo about her weight and all of these different things. But again, his mother passed away from a surgery of her not accepting herself. So that's deep to even feel this type of way. And then it's like, he's saying that, black, slavery was a choice, all these different crazy antics. But does he know that the Pittsburgh Act exists because the U.S. Department of Agriculture purposely plotted against black farmers? So they purposely wanted us to starve and not be entrepreneurs. And then what about, September 30th of last year when California governor signed that bill to return that beachfront to that family? You know what I mean? In 1912, now it's worth over 75 million. So it's like he's not doing his research how we're constantly fighting. Like a new trend right now is the U.S. consumer law. Like people don't even know that if you apply for credit and you get approved for the line of credit, but the hard inquiry is still on your credit, you can sue for that. You're owed for that. So it's like, these types of things, he's influencing little people. And the little people, I'm 29, and guys my age go crazy about Kanye. And it's like, you don't really know what you're doing. I said this a long time ago when a lot of black people was just being massively murdered when the news was showing this. I said, why don't, Beyonce and Jay-Z and all these different people, why don't they put together some type of benefit tour and go to predominantly black cities and hire for the benefit tour, hire judges, black judges, prosecutors, attorneys, etc. I'm from Detroit, but I live in Vegas for 8
Girl,
years.
now
I'm
you
turning
know
up.
this show is
Long story
almost
short,
over
have a
now.
benefit
You know
concert.
this show's almost over.
Okay, yes. Have a benefit concert. I'm gonna just leave on this note. Have a benefit concert to go out and educate our people. We do it for Africa. We do it for all these different countries when they suffering. Have a benefit concert to educate our people and let us go to these concerts so that we know how to respond, how to become entrepreneurs, et cetera, et cetera. I know you got a course coming up. I'm looking forward to it, but we need other.
Johnny, you did not cut her.
No.
Did you cut her?
No.
What happened?
Hold on.
He muted me, but it's okay because I get it. You're tired. You're gonna be gone for 2 weeks, but I want that October 11th.
Call him out. No,
You definitely muted me, Johnny. It's
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did. His shady ass gonna be in the staff meeting tomorrow talking about it was a slip. But anyway, no, thank you, because you know what? What I love about what you said is that we have to start being more solution focused and looking at ways of creating the change. Like talking about it is cheap. When you're you have platform and you have resources and you have worldwide visibility and influence, and like there's so much you could do. He could have launched a GoFundMe account and everybody that follows him would have gave him some money to do whatever he wanted. I don't know. Listen, thank you so much for your words. I love
Thank you, Jason.
Okay.
Good night.
Of course, it's time for Thoughts and Prayers, Shah. Now I love all of you, but I want to get the fuck out of here. I'm dressed in all this leather. Okay, I have sunglasses on inside the house. It's nighttime. I go to valet. Bitch is gonna be looking at me like I'm Rihanna. Side note, isn't Rihanna and ASAP sexy as fuck together? Like, I don't. Oh my god. I'm not gonna say nothing else because they're not gonna let me hang out no more. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right. Anyway, look, today began a new month, and we're also only 61 days away from a new year, which means it's time to start working on our resolutions, like leaving negativity in the past or bettering our mind, body, and soul. This past week, everybody was fighting one another, especially our own people, like we talked about today. We even lost a rising rap legend. And on last week's show, we talked about selective outrage and racial disparity. Let's continue this conversation, but dive deeper because we need to continue learning how to better value ourselves and communicate with each other and our communities, and learning how to unconditionally love our brothers and sisters so that we can collectively combat real issues that affect all of us. Every day we wake up facing the same systemic inequalities as the next Black person. So let's take a page out of Brother Love's playbook and rise above the low vibrations of bad energy. Now, we may have to stand our ground and check someone real quick, but then don't forget to change the vibrations and vibrate higher. What did our forever First Lady say? You know, Michelle, she said, when they go low, we go higher. Well, I said, when they go low, we go to hell, but it's not about me. It's about Michelle. Let's move on to this next month with clean energy, new intentions, new goals, and above all, more love for one another. That is the show. I am done. This is Gagging with Jay Salia. I'm going to comply. Oh, and before we get out of here, play the Bobby Lytes clip one more time. Can we do that? Let's play it.
Join me in welcoming to the stage the handsome group of men that...
Bitch.
I want what's best for Bobby.
Body's like, I'm on the phone.
And you know you're one of the people that always have my back. You told me before the 3 years you would have my back. Now, time for the show.
Whatever's left of my career, hopefully, will be. Boy, put me on the screen. Where am I at? Johnny, this is how you try to do that girl on the phone. You trying to end the show like this because you don't give a fuck anymore about this show. Johnny, put me on the damn screen. It's frozen. It's frozen? Okay. It's frozen. Can y'all hear me still? Can y'all hear me? Bye.